Fontain. Rita. Fontain. Did you got it? Oh yeah. Today I is gonna continue again the quest that I haven't finished yesterday. Fontain.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
Not. I wonder how long this gonna be. Especially, I mean, the archon quest. How long gonna be?
You're here! Finally! Is something wrong? Monsieur Nurvelet and Lady Farina, they seem to have gotten into a dispute! Please go see for yourself.
Dispute? What dispute mean again? Oh, they fighting?
Like I said, I've already explained everything!
And yet the problem has not been properly solved. There is little space for excuses between us. It is not my intention to offend you, but please, tell me where you stand. You are the Hydro Archon Focalor, are you not? Look at this. This is a list of the victims from the recent Poisson incident.
Oh, we have
You mean... they're all...
We did not arrive in time to avert this disaster. And I will not have it happen again.
Okay.
I will say this once more. You must tell me everything you know. Yesterday, I found 3 stone slates in some ancient ruins near Poisson. Do you know anything about those?
Story of telling about
Seriously? You're questioning me like this is a court case now. I don't know anything about that. But you found them in some ancient ruins, you say?
That's correct. Which is why I came to ask you some questions. There should have been 4 slates, but one of them was missing. The other 3 feature different images that seem to correlate to the prophecy.
The prophecy?
The second of these slates depicts the previous Hydro Archon Egeria kneeling before a floating island in the sky, as if confessing something. Do you know nothing of this either?
I don't. I've never seen such slates.
I'll ask you again. Do you really have no information regarding the previous Archon? My deciphering of the slates indicates that the Hydro Archon Egeria once had to confess to, or apologize for, a certain sin. If anyone would know about it, it should be you.
All gods don't have the same secrets, you know. She was herself and I'm me. Is it really so strange that I know nothing? I understand your concerns, but I'm sorry. I just don't have anything to tell you.
Forgive me for saying this now, Lady Farina, but I have long known of your various secret investigations into certain matters. There are several indications that you have been investigating the prophecy on the sly. This is not strange in itself, considering that you are the Hydro Archon. But it is strange that you should also claim to not know any of Egeria's secrets, as well as do nothing following your inquiries. You have never been as superficial as you have presented yourself to be, nor are you a fool.
Okay.
So you've been watching me all this time, have you? I didn't think you were that type.
Does she have split memories?
Well, since you know about my secret investigations, then you should know I'm actually working to take care of it. There's no point questioning or suspecting me. You're the Eudix, but you're still my subordinate. You should be following my lead. Just trust in me. You're Archon, and do as I say. Never mind whether you can truly convince yourself to or not. It'll all turn out that's all I have to say. We do not discuss this matter again. Oh, the opera's about to start. Toodles!
And like that, she left. I'm so curious about her. About
Did
the backstory.
Farina not notice us standing by the door?
About her.
Wonder what's up with her. She was smiling. Huh. She didn't
Maybe
seem in the mood to care
ears.
if we were listening in or
Tanya
not.
tayo Rita. Tayo Rita if
I assume you've been outside for a while now?
Oh, you noticed.
Seems Farina didn't even realize we were here.
She was in a great panic, though I cannot discern the reason. Our discussion reached impasses time and again.
Like,
A state still I do not
even if
understand. Dialogue
even
is
if
the
that's
basis for
not allowed.
understanding. So why did she keep refusing to engage?
You need to make her understand how dire the situation actually
Everyone
is.
in her inner circle has noticed that she is hiding some secret.
Why me?
The issue is her attitude. I fear that she will not reveal anything unless absolutely forced to. We may have to create a situation in which she will have no choice but to speak.
Oh? Like what?
Normally, people will only reveal the truth when standing trial. Perhaps
Lagi
we
ako
must have the
roti canay sa
Hydro Archon
machis.
experience just such a scenario.
I mean, a lot of people say can.
But Farina's seen so many trials,
Yeah,
and
I
she's
did
really good
so.
at dodging questions.
I did
How do
so
we make sure that she won't just slip away at the first chance she
picture
gets?
they did make one.
We will need to consider this thoroughly, join forces with various parties,
Also,
and do what we can.
you wanna know what's curse? Some cheese.
If at all possible, I would prefer to recuse myself from this affair, but
I mean,
we
that's
must
not
prevent the
really.
prophecy
That's
from
not
coming to
really.
pass. This may be cruel to her,
The
but all
some
Fontain
cheese
is in
is not
crisis. The
curse.
information a god
It's
possesses is
normal
too
thing.
precious, and so
Siya
we
na
must
boleh,
take a
alam saya
chance
tak
on
boleh
this.
kacau. See?
But who will lend us their aid to do such a thing?
I think I know who to call. I think who know who to call. Wait, that line is remind me someone. Wait,
Well,
we know
that's
who to
everyone,
call.
huh?
We know who to call.
Speaking of which, it was pretty smart of you to think of hiding here.
Poisson was just involved in a disaster,
I-
so it's presently devoid of people.
I
That
hardly
naturally
remember
makes it the
who's
best choice.
person.
And here you are drinking tea like it's the most natural thing in the world, huh?
That's what families should do. Sit and enjoy a leisurely time.
It's
his
nice to
name.
enjoy tea here, you know?
I thought it
Care
was
for a cup?
father.
Lend me your ears, everyone. Or perhaps one of you might like to start us off. How about you, friend?
Me? No, I don't think I...
I always
How
thought
about you, good
about
sir?
Ferminate.
I fear that I will cause the mood on this boat to become as somber as it is in court.
Well
Oh.
then, I guess
You
we're
really also
lucky
join.
we've got a local like me to organize things. Wonderful, the spotlight at last.
Okay.
That was a little long-winded, don't
and
you think?
Florin, Florok's here.
Oh, you might be right. Anyway, to cut to the chase, our friend here, the Traveler, has brought us together to discuss something. As for what
Oh,
that
where's
is, well,
where's the
let's
father?
start by saying that we'll be pooling our efforts together to create a series of traps.
Oh, how intriguing.
Well, it's just an expression, really. One that I just learned from Chlorand, and used on the spot. So, let's invite her to explain in detail.
Huh?
Huh?
Didn't you say that you would be facilitating this?
Oh, come now. Your work doesn't involve much public speaking, right? This is a good chance to practice. You might even
Oh.
pick up some fancy oratory tricks to impress your boss with.
I see. And what does my boss say?
I don't know.
He is glad that you consider him your boss.
Wait,
Do go on.
what's her boss again? I forgot. Her boss. Oh yeah, her boss is
In that case,
Wesley.
do any of you have experience hunting?
Not that I recall.
Fremine and I once used a wooden stick in a basket to catch wild rabbits when we were younger. As for Lynette, oh, right. You were sick that day, weren't you?
I've also gone diving to catch some fish before.
I'm afraid not. You may or may not have heard, but Fontain once played host to a group known as the Marechaussee Hunters. Though that was their name,
That's
they did not hunt animals, but rather various monsters left behind by the ancient dynasty of King Remus. Today,
What's King Remus?
Fontain's monster
Wait.
population has already thinned greatly,
Oh, this is gonna be
so
a
the
new
hunters have
lore.
blended back into society. A trap comprises of the following
This is gonna be a
components:
new lore.
bait, a trigger, and a containment device. So, if we were to build a trap together, right now, what would you choose to build it with?
For me, I would prefer something basket-shaped. Pigeons and rabbits will see the bait and naturally enter the snare. Our line of work
Well,
requires
that's
a deft
just a
hand, and we're some of the
simple
best in the industry,
trap.
so you could...
You used some of those techniques while moving the people of Poisson, didn't you? My subordinates mentioned that you even performed some magic for the bawling children.
Yes, and I even managed to gather some intelligence in the meantime. I'm quite the multitasker if I do say so myself.
I'm afraid I can't claim that as my strong suit. I prefer more stable methods, like placing bait in the water and waiting for the fish to come within reach.
Calm and steady. Exactly the kind of person who would catch loads of fish.
And I can be their assistant.
With discretion, I'm sure.
I'd probably use some sort of mechanical animal.
Catch
Papa once
something?
bought me some small clockwork squirrels, mice, and such. When placed in the forest, they can attract others of their kind. I remember that you liked those too, didn't you?
I did. And that would be a good way to go about it. If they're realistic enough, animals of the same kind will follow them all the way.
What
Wait,
about
what,
you, Monsieur
what
Neuvillette?
animal?
I fear
what
I do
animal are
not
we
have any
talking
related
about, actually?
experience.
That makes sense. You usually
I
solve
kinda
problems
forgot
directly,
some
without the
the
use of any
context
such
sometime.
tricks. But I do have one more question for you, Monsieur. If we were to create a trap now, how would you design it?
Good
I would
question.
like for it to be effective, but bring no harm to the prey. A more gentle trap would be ideal.
Your dragon is supposed to be... Oh well, never mind. The villain is really kind heart.
Kind as
Kinda
always.
say, yeah,
However,
kinda is
our
always
intention doesn't
true.
necessarily change the containment device and the type
Kinda
of
say
implement
that
we need.
no, like kind and also soft heart.
If we wanted to kill the prey in one strike, we would need a powerful implement. However, that also goes for prey that must be captured and safely contained.
Wait, why is that?
Only a hunter who's a true expert at subduing their prey can snare it without harming it. The line that divides life and death is often exceedingly thin.
So, are we going hunting together?
Huh. We hadn't thought of seeing ourselves as hunters. It kinda works, but maybe it's still not the best metaphor.
If our means of capturing and dealing with our prey is to put them on trial, then the hunting metaphor is actually quite accurate. But we shall require much more courage than any hunter to judge a god, a being whose seat is an exalted throne.
Oh, so that's what's going on. Sounds very interesting.
You will not call this a hunt because there is no way you should do that. Nor has relationship between you and foreigners reached such a dire stage. All you need is simply a secret she is keeping, attempt to take her secret act of sickness disrespect. What must be done to prevent Fontain from sinking into water as photo into the purpose sea. There is neither hunter nor prey, but there must be a trap. That is what you will need. Okay, so we need like it's some kind try to catch something. Okay, so where's the place? Where is like are we gonna force Rita to talk? Ouch. Let's see how much. Only 20. I need more. 23 more. Still a long way to save it.
It's been a tough few days, hasn't it? So much has been happening. Paimon didn't think the meetings would go on for so long, but everyone seemed pretty fired up. Paimon thought they'd be
I
at
was
least a
wondering
little
why
frightened.
there's
Well, Fremine was, now that Paimon
house
thinks about it, but
below
everyone else just looked a little surprised.
city. I feel like or like that.
It's hard to say. Paimon doesn't have any experience.
And
with
doesn't
this
this
sort of
place
thing.
looks
But
dirty?
with you around, Paimon, after all, you're the most reliable person in the world, aren't you?
Is something
did you
wrong
just pour
with you?
some tea? Paimon didn't notice you doing that at all.
No, I didn't.
Then what's that? Paimon's never seen that cup before.
Don't
Oh,
be
no.
frightened. I'm just joining you two for tea.
And who's
That
talking?
Hmm, what
Oh.
a strange conclusion.
Who's
But
talking?
also such an interesting one. And yet even you feel
Oh,
confused.
who are you and why do you want with us?
Consider me a passerby. Just accepting a commission from my friend's disciple on a whim. Precisely. Call me N, a mage who wanders the world. At
Allow
least,
me to
that's
ask
how
you,
my friends
will
have
Fontain
suggested that I
prophecy come
introduce
true?
myself.
Okay.
The prophecy. Yes, what has been prophesied will be fulfilled. You may view such things as the history of the future.
What? Then is there any way we can stop it?
People call such things fate, and it is written in the stars.
I'm guessing this end
So you've caught on. Just as
is
prophecies are usually
Flossa,
only
Flossa,
the
how
future
pronounce
as
the
seen
name?
from the perspectives of the gods.
the
Are the
Flossaroid
things
something,
that you shall see different from the fate that the gods perceive?
or maybe it's not. Maybe
What
it's
is she
different.
talking about? It all sounds
Maybe it's
really
different.
impressive and important and stuff, but
I believe that you understand, right? Some things are insignificant, but others you must reach out to. Ultimately, fate shall
it's
serve
gone.
as your only guide, no matter what will happen in Tevat's future. This was good tea, by the way. Thank you for your hospitality. Well, that'll be all for today.
the
Oh,
voice,
like
it's gone.
Rina's personality. I mean, different personality. What's the name? Flossaroid something.
Paimon here.
You're getting more diligent by
Hey,
month.
it's you who's getting lazy, okay?
Well, I see I've walked in on some lively band.
Mona!
Muna.
Fine, just fine. I went to take part in that Steambird panel. Not all Fontainians are
I
pessimistic
just
about
realized
this.
they
One
changed
journalist mentioned
the
that sitting around and
plots
waiting for
there.
the end to come would be wrong,
Monoplots.
and that they should make their own rescue preparation.
Did she have pink hair by any chance?
Why, yes,
hair.
it was Charlotte. I assume you've heard of her, no? That daredevil journalist? I'm in full support of her
We
view.
did hear about
Prophecies
her.
are very important, but how can people allow their lives to be commandeered by just a few words?
That's right! Paimon's glad to hear something sensible for once.
Ah, yes. About what we had discussed before. I did try, but I'm afraid I couldn't reach the old hag. I'll try again tonight, but I wouldn't get your hopes up.
Actually, someone already came over.
Goodness
Oh,
gracious. Are you serious?
She said that even the god's gaze has blind spots. Pretty
so
bold
that
if you ask
woman
Paimon.
voice is
Most
not
people would
is
believe the
not
gods to be all-knowing, right?
Flossa something the name.
The Hexen Circle members
Voice
are
is
certainly
like
anything
that
but
voice
ordinary.
is belong
As for the mage
to
named Anne,
Master of
the old
Muna.
hag has mentioned her a few times, but I've never met her. And if she were still alive, she'd be... well, suffice it to say that the hag's at least a few hundred now, and Anne's been around for longer than...
Whoa. The Hexen Circle
Oh.
sounds like a scary group. But they must really stay in shape to live.
Their abilities alone are pretty terrifying. If she came to see you personally, then the problem you're facing...
Well, it's not like Paimon could understand anything she said.
Yeah.
Yes, she was quite cryptic, but I suspect she means that there is still a way to turn things around. She didn't
Alright.
say when or what that would be, though, so
I'm afraid that my...
Perhaps it is something that you cannot know right now.
True, our what we mean is helpful hint, but when we realize their value in meaning, not the best answer my question could
Traveler,
have got them.
Paimon?
Oh, we're fine. We're just a little down right now. It kind of feels like the end is coming, you know?
I see.
Oh,
I feel that same sense of desperation too. I guess you could consider me someone who has often witnessed fate. So far as I have seen, it cannot be swayed. But even so, I still hope for, and believe in, miracles. Astrology is eternal and rational, but fate may not. Perhaps that's what En was trying to tell you. Not to lose heart, and to believe that what you are seeing playing out before you is not yet set in stone. I did originally think of steering clear of all this, but I couldn't. Even if this is all futile, I still wish to help everyone.
Huh. You do have a point.
There I go,
Sorry
talking about
about Mona,
astrological
and thank
principles
you.
again. Sorry about that. It was worth trying to comfort you, even if only a little. I suppose
wonder
that
how
might be
long
why
can
we always seem to meet
this
by coincidence.
was... I
Paimon
wish
feels
I
kinda
want to
moved by
know a
what Mona
lot
said.
thing about this
But
story.
hey, Traveler, Paimon suddenly feels... Let's walk around the city,
I
shall
was
we?
wondering
There's a
like
few
how
spots we
people
always like to
finish
walk by.
real quick. Like, is the story very short or something? Even I haven't finished yet.
Take it easy.
Probably the story is really is short, shorter than Inazuma.
Huh? Our names are written in this newspaper. Let Paimon see! The underwater stronghold, the Fortress of Meripede, has continued. My recent attempts to enter the fortress bore little fruit. Thus, did an Outlander friend become the focus of this report. A blonde adventurer with their white fairy, legends trailing in their wake. It is said that this... So while the fortress's interior remains a mystery behind
And then
closed
it's
doors,
in
do not
newspaper.
fear, for the tales of the traveler contain surprises in spades. Journalist Charlotte's biggest scoop yet. The Traveler's Trail, World Walker. Huh. Charlotte took so many awesome photos of us and we never even noticed her. She hasn't been able to get a hold of anything at the fortress, so since we're easier to find, she's using us as the subject matter and... seriously?
Picture.
Well, fine. Those headlines and photos do look cool, so Paimon will forgive her this time.
Take it easy.
She really and high. Did she take the picture about us?
We're here! Paimon's hungry. Should we go in and get...
And eat again. Just eat and eat again. Paimon. It's always eating.
Hey, quick! Look! That's the limited edition, only 16 slices a day cake! It was so delicious the last time we tried it! Despite the tense
We can't
situation
let
we're
anyone
in,
get
let's
ahead
give it another go, Paimon!
us.
One slice of cake, please.
Someone showed up after all! Oh, wait, you're the one from the Palais Mermonia!
Oh, are you here to buy cake too? It seems Monsieur Nervalette was right. You really can
Hello,
eat.
Ikra. Welcome. How are you today? Are you doing good today? How are you today?
Wait, did you really say
Yeah,
something like that?
I'm doing good today.
That's right.
And
Even
I
he has
do
his own
have
preferences when
fully
it comes to
rest.
food.
A
As for
lot
me,
rest today.
I love the cake and coffee here.
Do you come here often?
Usually every day.
Every day?
Every
It's
day.
part of my daily schedule, apart from work. I shall have my cake and coffee.
Oh,
Then what if someone told you one day that this place would be closing soon, and you wouldn't get to eat cake here anymore? What would you...
But why would it close?
Well, Paimon doesn't know either, but... Maybe the waters will rise tomorrow. You know, like in the prophecy.
Oh, the prophecy. To be honest, I haven't paid much attention to that. No, still, even if there'd be no more cake tomorrow, that wouldn't keep me from having some today. No, it's the same for eating in general. You might not be able to eat tomorrow, but if you can do so today, then you should carry on. That's what people call living, you know.
Ah, that was how is it?
Don't be sad. Excuse me, could I have 2 more slices of cake to go?
What she say?
These 2 slices are for you. Sijuin said that this kind of expression you're making is what humans call being sad.
I'm good waiting for my guild member not rape me. I doubt. Hiya. Not to your rape.
Oh, you know Sijuin?
Wait,
I sure do.
did I ask
She was
before
born
that
before me, and she sometimes
the
comes
rape
to the
is
surface
always-
to teach us things
always
about
rape?
humans. She said that humans are creatures that are saddened easily. Yes, and you can only lift their spirits by feeding them delicious food. I've got something else to do, so I'll be going now. You two try to stay in a good mood after eating, all right? Bye.
Okay. I don't know if this
there she
creature
goes.
is guy or
Alright, let's dig in. Paimon's sure this cake will be delicious. It's more
somehow
delicious
I
than
really
last
want to
time,
try cake.
and the flavor gets even better with the
It's been
sip
a
of
while
tea.
that I didn't
It sure would be nice
buy
if we could come
some
again
cake.
tomorrow. Sure would be nice if we could always eat delicious.
Now I feel brave carving of cake. Why oh why? Lately like I have carving
We're
of
near the Steambird
a
office.
sweet thing.
Let's go look for Charlotte and have a chat.
Wow! If it isn't the Traveler and Paimon! Oh, have you seen the article I wrote about you?
Ha! You've got some nerve! You just used us to make some quick mora!
True. Can we negotiate a profit
Oh,
split?
you needn't worry about that. I heard that you were in Poisson some time back, so I sent you a letter to discuss just that. It appears you didn't receive it, though. It's all right, though. I've set aside the amount intended for you. I've even set the table with some food.
Wow. Just eat again and eat again.
You're
Like,
almost a little too easy to
almost-
win over, Paimon. If I were a
Today
journalist
is
with
like
ulterior
almost 3
motives,
times.
you'd be in trouble
they
now, you
eating.
know.
Oh, Paimon knows you're not like that.
Still, what brings you here all of a sudden? Were you looking for me?
A friend of ours met you a while back, and when she mentioned it, we thought of coming to see you. Her name's Mona.
Ah, so you know Miss Mona as well. She's a guest columnist for our paper.
How come you're
Really
not
good one,
there
too.
for
She's so
today?
young and already such a brilliant astrologist.
Oh,
So
she
she
also
mentioned me?
knows.
What did she say?
She said that you're a real daredevil of a journalist.
Nice. In which case, can this daredevil journalist dare to request an exclusive interview with the
Huh? So your article in the paper today doesn't...
Oh, of course it doesn't.
Oh.
That was more like live
You
photography.
seriously want to
What I'd like to
interview
do
me?
Yeah, are we even qualified enough?
Yeah, I thought it's
Why
raining.
not? If I say you're worth an interview, then you're worth it. But not right now, of course. I'll need a few days to prepare.
Oh, in that case, we'll just chat when you have the time then?
Oh, so that's a yes?
Okay.
Splendid! I'll tell the editor-in-chief immediately. I'll have to apply for
I
lighting,
really
venues,
like
and
her
props.
design.
Whew, so much to get done now. Talk to you
I don't
later.
know why.
Wait, Charlotte, Paimon's still got a
Hello,
question for you.
Mizuki. Welcome. Over today.
And
Bawa.
what's that?
If,
You know,
just
I
for
really like
example,
her design.
Fontain...
Huh. That's the prophecy you're talking about, isn't it? I mean, I do hear about it often, but I've never once thought that the day could be if you're seriously asking, then I might
prophecy.
try and think of a way to leave Fontaine.
You doing
Oh, but
good,
I'm still a journalist first and
Appreciate
foremost.
doing-
That
you
means
doing
I have a
fine.
duty to be reporting from the scene.
Oh
And
yeah,
secondly,
tomorrow is
I wouldn't
gonna be
forsake my homeland
Saturday.
that easily. From what I've
Saturday,
seen,
huh?
most people don't know what they do should
If
the worst come
I
to
have
pass.
a diamond can,
So
I'm
in all
gonna stay.
likelihood, I'd probably still
always-
be prepping at the office for that interview of ours.
This too early, I
know what you're
doubt it.
thinking. That sounds a bit sad, but I've always believed that it's best to do what you and just think about it. If this nation
Hey, is
really
it
were to be
raining
suddenly
today?
destroyed tomorrow, but I still successfully finish an
I
exclusive
swear I
interview
can
with a
hear
truly unique person, the story I would wind up writing would truly be timeless.
Raining. I was
And then
eating
you know what I'd do?
pineapple. Wow.
I'd write that story,
No,
send it for
I-
printing, and use messenger
I
pigeons to
haven't
get copies out
tried
to the
it,
various
pineapple
nations as soon as
before.
possible.
I never try.
I'm not a dreamer, nor am I a workaholic, but I do love my job.
I don't know why,
And I'd be
but
proud of leaving such an article behind.
when
I
I
guess you could
look
say that I
pineapple,
was born to be a journalist.
it's
But
not
anyway,
my
that's
taste.
my answer. And on that note, I'll get back to my
But what
preparations.
most I really don't like about vegetable.
That's
I don't
so
I
nice.
I don't
All
like
of a sudden,
the
Paimon actually kinda
pumpkin.
envies her.
Really
Anyway,
like.
let's go and take a look at the sea, shall
I
we?
don't know why I don't like pumpkin. Like maybe it's because it's too squishy or something. Maybe taste.
The sea breeze and
I did
scenery
try
can be a
before,
pretty
like,
soothing combo, huh?
I don't like. I don't really like it.
Paimon's been thinking.
I much prefer
If it
eating
wasn't
other
Fontaine,
vegetables
but all of
instead
Teyvat that would
of
be destroyed tomorrow.
instead of
Where
pumpkin.
would we? No, Paimon should ask if you could choose. We've always been moving to the next destination, so we haven't spent much time thinking about these kinds of things. You mean still traveling? Huh. Wait, isn't that what we've always been doing?
Why my stomach feeling want to eat something right now, especially fruit. Wait, pineapple is vegetable, right? Or is it? Wait, pineapple. Pineapple. Oh yeah, pineapple is a fruit.
Feels like you'll grow mold if you stay here long enough. But it's still better than the Fortress of Meripede, that's for sure. It's not only damp there, but salty too.
Ah, so the two of you are still here. Wonderful.
Oh, you're from the Palais Mermonia, aren't you?
Yes, I'm Isadora. Monsieur Nervillet sent me to look for you two before. I heard that afterward you went to the Fortress of Meropide. Not at all. I'm well yes, inside the Opera House. The Maréchaussée Phantom...
A riot?
Well, that said, I don't personally think it was
Wait,
that
who's
serious.
Isadora again?
Lady Farina was watching a performance at the Opera House, and while she was resting during an intermission, some other audience members suddenly started loudly accusing her of doing nothing about the prophecy crisis. And before she could respond, others started to join
prophecy
in.
crisis is the one we
The
saw
crowd
before,
continued
right?
to grow, and protests against the Hydro Archon started to break out.
So people have started to put the blame on Farina. Guess they finally found an outlet for the pressure they've been under due to the prophecy.
I agree. People will naturally rely on gods, as is customary. But the moment people feel threatened, gods are also the first to be blamed.
So what happened after that? Is Farina okay?
Weird.
Seeing that the
Why
situation
Farina
was
first?
spiraling out of control and that further argument was pointless, she claimed that she'd gotten tired of this and left in a hurry. The Maréchaussée Phantom had their hands full maintaining order and did not catch where Lady Farina had gone. Only when things had stabilized did we realize that she had gone missing.
So, you mean she's still missing?
Until now?
That's right. The Maréchaussée has dispatched many people to search for her, but we don't have any leads yet. That said, I don't think there's much to worry about. She is a god after all. Even if she were to fall into the hands of rioters, what
I
good?
understand the situation.
Monsieur Nervillet sent me to tell you about the
You
situation,
should check
but
probably
he
pineapple
didn't say
first.
anything else.
Sometimes this is sour, you should taste the sweet.
Don't
Wait,
worry,
there's
this is more than enough to go
there's
on.
two kind
Thanks
of
for keeping us informed.
taste of pineapple.
Ah, is
I
that
know it's
so?
only one.
Well, all right then. In that case,
Well,
you two take care.
I don't know.
I'll be heading back to the
that
palais
pineapple
now.
is taste like sweet. A sweet pineapple.
Well, sounds like we should hurry over to Poisson then. If we know Farina, she won't try to fix things in this situation.
I
And
didn't
as we
know
also
this,
know, she may
a
be
sour
loud and
pineapple.
dramatic, but she doesn't have a heart of stone.
But this make me want
When
to.
Nervillet was
This make
talking
me
to
want
her
to
in the
eat
Palais
it.
It would be
Oh,
hard
so
for
sweet,
her to
yeah.
ignore being accused by the public today.
All of them I really
Paimon
like.
thinks Farina's probably taken the
Oh.
opportunity to slip away
Even-
to
even
a wall
though,
and try to relieve the sense of guilt that she's feeling.
How to say? I might a bit choosy about the food,
Paimon knows
but
the answer, of course, but
for the
Paimon can
taste,
do the
nah.
analysis to back it up too. Cool. In that case, there's not a moment to lose. Pusto?
Non-stop siya sa pun. Siya sa pun, I really want.
This place looks deserted.
Maybe I should try the fresh one. Okay, just a bit more. Let's see, okay, oh no, now we don't have enough to buy.
Could Farina really be here? Let's try to find her as soon as possible.
Okay. Oh. Mama set up sales above. I will try. Oh,
That's Farina, right over there.
stay quiet for now.
Should I just give up? What was meant to happen did happen after all. Everyone's dead. I'm sorry.
What happened?
I'm so sorry. Give up, Farina. There's no point. I'm sorry. But what can I even do? Other than to repeat meaningless apologies. Who's that?
Don't worry, Farina, it's just us.
So it is you, blonde traveler from another land. Why, I almost thought
Oh,
you...
I just
Farina.
realized Farina is.
You were crying just now, weren't you?
I just
tear stains on
realized
your
Farina
face
is
are
not a
obvious.
light traveler.
What do you mean, tear stains? Oh, I remember. The show at the... Who did that uncivilized rabble think they even dare to tout their archon? I must teach them a lesson. I can just imagine their twisted and frustrated face. Oh, and I'm sure Nouvellette and those people from the Maréchaussée Phantom are
So try
freaking out right
Ekta,
now.
Farina.
Hey, there she is! The Hydro Archon's over there! Quick, after her!
What happened? Let
Farina,
that.
those people seem to be after you.
They are? They're just some rabid fans who want to cut the line. That's against the rules. I can't let them get their way.
Farina just ran off.
And she
We
just
have to
ran
catch
off
up
like
with
that.
her.
At the first time, I was not like Pineapple. After that, I saw it's Pineapple by Kira Okasan. And I tried the Pineapple. I really sure it's this sweet. That's why I like Pineapple so much. Oh, is it? Oh, that's the reason why you want to
This
try
should be the
because
place, right? Hey, Farina!
Wait, Kiara. Oh, Kiara. I was reading Kirara. Sorry. It's Kiara. Kiara Okasan. Wait. Kiara Okasan. Kiara.
There's
You
a
meant
big
that
hiding spot over
Kiara,
there. Come to Paimon before the rest
the
of them catch
Vtuber?
up to you.
Yeah.
What
Now
is
you
this
mention
place?
if that thing is sweet, yeah, I wanna try. I also wanna try. Nanas is sour, but most is sweet.
They're almost here.
But I really want to
Fine,
try
fine.
the
I
sour
suppose
one.
haste is...
I want to try the sour one. When Vtuber changed your taste spot, welcome Has. Comment. Yeah, now leave. You know, because Vtuber says so that this is
Paimon's exhausted.
the stick. Yeah.
I'm
They just recommend
tired.
they just recommend it
I totally thought they had caught
and
me.
change your lifestyle.
No, I mean, I merely
I
gave
mean,
in to the
yeah,
sheer
that
enthusiasm
should be
they
good
displayed.
because they teach a good thing and they teach to eat of healthy food.
You're right.
Now Zuu will not inform me to eat roti canai cheese. You must.
Yep,
It's a taste good,
girl.
even though I haven't tried yet.
What's happening? The ground's shaking.
Yeah, a quake of this kind
You
preceded
must
the
try.
flooding in Poisson, didn't it?
Or are you? Or do you want try some more
can't be.
cheese? Is that
It's happening again.
Well, there's no need to worry too much about that. Novelette's made some emergency plans, so the evacuate.
Yeah. I hope you're. But the people of Poisson, they've already.
because I just saw what image about roti canai cheese. It's really look delicious. Chef kiss. Well, I'm looking cause don't want to get spoiled. Okay. I don't like cheese. Why? Cheese is good. Because it's this what's it called?
It's true.
Like
I've been
not
investigating the
salty.
prophecy
What's
for
called
hundreds of years.
rasamasin. But still is good, especially if you put cheese inside a bread and then you toast it. Yeah, that one also good. I got a few trauma with cheese, like Milo. Milo cheese, huh? I was thinking, why
I
Milo
once had
cheese?
informants all over Teyvat, searching for clues
They
and
put
feeding
pizza with
information
cheese
back
I
to me.
like. But what about a bread with
I
cheese?
tried all kinds of ways
It's
too
good.
to hold back the sea.
But
Anything
still,
to
a lot of
keep the
people say
coastline from advancing.
roti canai, it just roti canai with the cheese. It just like roti top, roti what called roti tapal,
But all my efforts
roti
proved to be futile
tapal
in
with
the
the
end.
cheese.
Really, the truth has been clear to me for a We cannot
It's
make
still
an enemy
good.
of the divine. No matter what we do, give up. Indeed.
Raya,
I've thought about giving up
kampong
so many
drink Milo with
times.
fly inside Eopopia
Especially
3
after we
years.
almost
I
lost
don't drink
Poisson.
Milo. That explains why.
It's really unreasonable, isn't it?
Explain why
It
you
has no heart
have
and obeys no rules.
Uma.
The prophecy has only just started to come true, and so
Let's
many
remind
people
me.
have already lost their lives.
Let's really remind me. When I was young, I did also have accidentally that I drink a Milo that something inside. I don't know what you guys call the fly thing when the rain is coming. That flying thing is went to my Milo and I did not realize I drink relax. I drink relaxful and then how should I say it? Like, yeah, that fly thing inside my Milo when I was drinking. Masuk sa dalam parut. We are still continue about cheese here, yeah.
But just now, it all became
I'm glad
clear
to not
me.
become fly man.
I still don't have the right to come to terms with fate on
It's
behalf
good
of
thing
everyone
this
else.
I did not become fly.
As long
No, I
as the
don't think it's
final
fly.
moment
What is
hasn't
called that
come,
one?
it's still not too late.
It was like ant. It's a ant fly. Ah, yeah. It's a ant. It's look like a ant, but it can fly. It's ants. It's a ant fly. Flying ants. Langaw na. Kokatu. Yeah. Kokatu, yeah. That's the thing, yeah. That's the one. I didn't accidentally drink a Milo that contained inside that thing. Talala, wait. Ato banyak lah ako siap ko niya lang.
Don't worry.
Lagi.
I will keep hope alive for everyone until the very end.
That's disgusting.
Oh, that's enough for now.
Okay,
I
that's
got
disgusting.
the impulse to play the stricken maiden. Don't take any of what I just said
Ingat po
seriously.
siya.
How could I possibly let Fontaine fall to the whims
That's
of
disgusting.
trivial
Oh my god.
prophecy?
Okay. How about that fly?
Come on! Paimon could have sworn
I
you were
couldn't
actually
imagine
being honest
what
just now.
this look like. Ugh. This could be vomit or what?
Share. That's impossible. It
Ipa
was
the
fated
tipo
right from the start that this would be
tipo
my duty alone.
Ipa the tipo the tipa. Ipa the tipo lagi. Mi kalila. Disgusting.
Witness. Yes, I've heard that you
That's
came
disgusting.
to that from
I don't
beyond the
want
stars,
to. I
In
don't want
other
to
words,
imagine
you
how
never
it
belonged
crown
here.
did accidentally
And if
drink my
Tibet
with
is in its
flying
entirety
side.
a show on a stage, then you're
I don't
just a
want.
spectator, aren't
I don't
you?
want. Imagine
If
it.
that's the case,
What? Spit it out. Spit it out. Huh? Wait, how? Wait, how did it happen? Crunchy bear macam Coco Crunch.
Ladies
Ayan,
and gentlemen,
disgusting.
this concludes my opening performance. Now, without further ado, we may proceed to the trial
I don't
of our
my god.
god.
Oh. That's disgusting.
so this is what it is. Yes, you deserve praise for the effort you took to raise the dramatic stakes. Do not forget, however, that I am Fosalor, the god of justice, the embodiment of justice itself. Does it not?
May I interpret these words as your refusal? In that case, you will have the opportunity to defend your honor through a duel.
You
Oh.
would draw your blade against a god?
Or they're gonna fighting.
I see. It seems like you have made up your mind.
Dito mimpi mo lang makan fly nakan. I will not. If like that, so I will just wake up.
Paimon can't believe it.
I won't sleep.
She just...
What the heck is going on? Did I just see an archon surrender to a...
Wow, how utterly humiliating.
Lady
Whoa.
Farina, what is the meaning of this?
I don't want to have that nightmare crown.
It would seem that there has been a misunderstanding.
If that
To be
really
clear,
happens,
the raising of both
I
hands
will
is
not
not
sleep
always an
until morning.
indication of surrender.
Looking for excuses again.
I raised my hands just now to indicate my acceptance of the trial. No duel shall be necessary. I will admit that I've been running away for a long time. I'm sorry, everyone. I was unable to protect the people of Poisson. It is my duty to stand trial for my crimes. You are not the only ones to be disappointed in me. I, too, am exceedingly disappointed in myself. But now, it is time for the Hydro Archon to show Farina, will use this trial to show the world the true meaning of... This time, I will protect you. Applaud and rejoice! One of the most outrageous and fantastical arcs known to the opera epiclés is now unfolding. Mark my words. This shall be one of the most exhilarating and brilliant shows ever to grace the stage of Fontain. The trial of the Hydro Archon,
so that's how you
will
pronounce.
now begin!
Now we're making history.
Why does it feel like Farina just took over the whole thing? Like, come on! Didn't she just get forced to stand trial for her crime? Also, even though she's still acting super dramatic, she is taking this serious.
All right, then. Who will be my opponent in this?
The court asks the prosecutor to please take the stand.
Oh, you mean me?
Is that
I mean, Traveler?
so? Very well. Then please speak, witness of Tivat. My accuser...
It's okay as long as we defeat Farina in court. We still have a chance to figure everything out. So, we're gonna duel her with the court.
Also, please allow me to ask, as a final question, just how much work did you do to force me onto this?
Well, we did do a lot of prep after the meeting that day.
I can go over the tasks assigned to the Spina di Rosula, since they were rather straightforward and easy.
Navia, the president of the...
Most of the people who participated in the disturbance this morning were my subordinates. They changed into plain clothes and came to the Opera House as regular audience members. With the people's resentment against their Archon has been building as more and more of the prophecy is fulfilled. Moreover, according to our understanding and analysis of you, when something like that occurred, you would likely flee the scene and head to Poisson by yourself. So, we arranged for a second group to lie in wait there.
So, you mean... The ones
not
who
just the
scoured the
water.
settlement for me were also
It's water
from
that
the
kill
Spina.
people and
And their
Farina
goal was to
failed
force you to step
protect
into the
people.
giant magic box so you may personally participate in the greatest magic performance in all of Fontain.
That's right. That house was a magic box, rather than someone's residence.
As the super ultimate version of the setup that I used when I first performed at the Opera Epiclet, the volume of the box was increased by a whole order of magnitude, and the distance it traversed was the entire gap between Poisson and Aranias. It was an Archon instead of a human. My thanks, Farina. Without your help, we could never have pulled off such an extraordinary performance.
You're welcome?
Of course, this performance was only made possible with Father's support. The House of the Hearth spent a massive amount of labor in Mora to pull this off.
But they helped them.
We had to
make
select
the
a
place.
location, construct the giant magic box, dig a tunnel, and open up a path through the water.
So, in other words, the earthquake that we felt within the giant magic box was just a normal
that's
tremor
the
from the
house.
transportation of the whole house?
That's right. It wasn't a
I
sign of another
see.
disaster to come.
Sorry about that.
Then, I can guess Nervilette and Cloran's parts. You gathered a crowd, prepared a stage, and made sure that the champion duelist would be immediately ready for a fight. Also that as soon as I appeared on the stage, the trial may commence without a hitch. Am I right?
Yes, that is
Yes,
correct.
that's correct.
Well, Clorand, I must commend you for your courage. Only the most outstanding champion duelist in all of Fontaine would accept a duel with an Archon without flinching.
Thank you.
As for you, traveler. I suppose your role was to keep me distracted with conversation once you found me in Poisson. You'd make sure that I didn't notice anything amiss before revealing yourself as my prosecutor once we'd arrived onto the stage. Oh?
All of this thing is just ready. Yeah. If I was to share
Is that so?
secret.
Then I suppose I must have missed my final It's fine. It matters not. What's done is done. The stage is already set. So there's no reason to disappoint the audience. Let's see this trial through to the...
So we gonna judge. What did Freddy say to me before we arrive on the
Madam
stage?
Prosecutor, please allow me to pass this along. This is a document that Miss Charlotte applied for and received permission to share with you during the trial. According to her...
Huh? Charlotte wanted to give us something? Oh, so she's here too! Hey, Charlotte!
And she
let Paimon
did.
see. Isn't this the exclusive interview that she did with us before? So she's already finished it, huh?
That's
Wait,
fast.
then that means this document is a perfect timeline of everything that's happened ever since we stepped foot in Fontain. So in other words, we can refer to this anthology of evidence every time we want to use something from our journey as evidence
So
for an
super
argument.
critical gift.
Let's quickly confirm the information in it. Just think of it as a refresher, alright?
Alright.
You defeated the Hydro Archon in the very first duel you took part in at the Opera House. That's one for the history books, all right.
World guest on phone miss.
I didn't think that you'd wind
There's
up
gonna
getting to
be
the
a
bottom of the
lot
case
to
I've
read.
been following all this time. I guess you could also see this as a happy coincidence. This is the first time Monsieur Nervillette had a difference of opinion with the Oratrice. Even the Hydro Archon can't figure it out.
Yeah, true.
But
Even
the Tui Harbinger.
even
She's an
the Archon
extraordinary
cannot.
person. Her instinct must mean something. The fortress of Meripede was almost destroyed in a single day. That I didn't witness that scene personally will always be a source of professional regret, I think.
There was Kendrick the problem in the knife. She revealed that she already prepared for this her own. Possible that not only is Frida not really the Archon, but that she is actually affected by some of course. Oh yeah. Actually no, they tell us that she has some
According to
curse.
Monsieur Nervillette, both Child and that whale should have been in the primordial sea at that time. I nearly lost my awesome friend Navia. To be honest, that still gives me shivers. The words of someone as extraordinary as a witch can probably only be truly understood when something surreal happens to you.
Okay. It's got a lot to remember.
The prosecution and the defense are both in position. The trial shall now begin.
Oh, we need to remember that one.
Oh, come on, Nervillette. There's no need to repeat. Just fast forward to the part where the prosecution lays out my offenses. As the defendant and the lead actress of this performance, of course, it is only natural for humans to struggle to understand the actions of a god. However,
I'm gonna use the
you
brain
will
right
need
now.
more than that to
Again.
convince.
That's true, but my charge here is
Oh.
unrelated to your conduct
Rebel
as
is
an
talk.
Archon.
Rebel is talk.
Instead, I would like to charge you as a fraud who's never been the Archon in the first place.
Wait.
Oh, what?
was that? Lady Farina's a fraud?
Oh no.
Hey, I came here thinking that we were going to try the Hydro Archon for forsaking her duty, but did I hear that right? She's not our Archon at all?
Charge accepted.
Okay.
Lady Farina, do you plead guilty to the charge?
No man talking. Yeah.
Lady Farina.
I mean
I
talking,
plead
but
not
I
guilty.
use English.
How can I be guilty? There is no way that I, Focalor, otherwise known as Farina de Fontain, a member of the Seven and the Regina of
Also
all
know
waters,
that
kindreds, peoples, and laws of
Farina-
Fontaine, could be anything other than your true
Oh yeah, you
archon.
did say the main voice is the same as Tanya.
Yeah. Even though Lady Farina can be rather eccentric, isn't it going too far to doubt her very identity?
Yeah, I've never questioned her identity either. Sure, Lady Farina can be super irresponsible, but what grounds does that prosecutor...
I have cause to believe that common sense will prevail in this case. Many of the members of the audience have known me as the Hydro Archon ever since they were born. See? Even the Oratrice has decided to show me its favor. Are you sure you want to commit to a charge that will never be upheld?
If
If you wish to drop the case, I can promise you as the god of justice that you will not have to face trial for making a false accusation.
An argument with near impossible odds, huh? We have to not only refute Farina's
because
claims, but
they're
also
there.
overturn the long-held beliefs of the people.
The people only see you as their archon.
I tried to give you the chance to surrender. If you must persist, then let me ask. If you believe I'm not the Archon, then what manner of being do you think I am? And if I was not the Archon, then how did I manage to live for over 500 years?
I don't think definitely what do we know the special about Frida exactly? Okay, so what this? I don't believe this one because she's some kind of curse or something. Maybe this one?
First of all, you may be a member of another long-lived race, which would allow you to naturally possess an extended lifespan. And second of all, even if that wasn't the case, there could be other ways.
Who gave you that idea? Was it the knave? You'd sink so low as to use a harbinger's words against me.
A curse?
Curse,
I once
yeah.
thought it possible that the aura of an Archon might naturally resemble a type of curse. But in light of this claim, perhaps what I sensed was not your divinity, but a curse after all.
You sensed it too, huh, Never?
Now you realize the relate.
Lady Farina is actually a human?
Well, it is true that it's
Maybe.
extremely difficult to tell humans and gods apart just by looking at them. It's not impossible.
Well, yeah, it's true though. Like Venti, like Lady Zhongli, and also Raiden Shokan. No, not Raiden Shokan. Is what's the name?
Well, don't start celebrating too
Eh?
early now. Even if I have been carrying a curse like you said, how does that prove that I am merely a human being? Besides, everyone knows that the main difference between a human and a god is the possession of authority. Gods can do what humans cannot. That's why they're worshipped as gods. For centuries, manifestations of my authority have served the nation. One need only to turn their eyes towards the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal in this very opera house, or consider the endemnitium that is used in
According to
every aspect of
Orphatic
life.
Mechanic, the Analyst Cardinal. Oh, so that's how you pronounce Orphatic Mechanic, the Analyst Cardinal. Orphatic Mechanic, the Analyst. Organic Mechanic, the Analyst Cardinal. Orphatic Mechanic, the Analyst Cardinal. Orphatic Mechanic, the Analyst Cardinal. Okay, I can pronounce just a bit. Organic Mechanic, the Analyst Cardinal. Oh wait. What's it again? Or this. Or this. Okay, that's how I pronounce. Or this mechanic. Okay, so what's if it is that proof that really is not messed up for cutting? Or this. So the burner, not this one. Not this one. The knife, every villain. Wait, why all of them every villain? Wait, there's three choice here. No one will believe a child is the innocent and or they just him as guilty in the end, even Freddy didn't know why. Or at this. So this or a villain. So maybe it's this one then.
You tried to reference the Oratrice.
Oratrice.
But weren't you as confused as all the rest of us when the Oratrice declared child to be guilty without any proof? Otherwise, you should have come up with a good explanation for that.
Didn't I make myself clear at the time? The decisions of the gods are naturally difficult for humans to comprehend. There is no need to provide an explanation.
Oratrice.
Lady Farina, I believe a reminder of your current circumstances is in order.
While
the court is in session, the principles of justice and the law must come before all else. While you are an archon, you are also first and foremost the defendant in this trial.
Wait, but... Evie? Oh no.
You will prove yourself unable to defend against the prosecution's charges if you continue to withhold vital information against the rules of the court.
I never thought you'd use that kind of rhetoric against me.
That
was no trick of rhetoric, Lady Farina. I've merely reiterated the rules of the court. Rules that all should respect and follow.
So, you neither knew why child was declared guilty, nor did you understand the structure and operations of the Instead of having been created by you, the manifestations of authority you mentioned have been made by the real Hydro Archon, haven't they?
The real Hydro Archon? Well, now you're really losing me. It is true that I did not know why the Oratrice gave out a guilty verdict that day.
Oratrice. But the Oratrice
handed out that verdict unilaterally, and it has been operating independently ever since it was first created.
According to Oratrice mechanic, the list, you know. Wait a second, I thought it was people here. I thought it's people, this one. It's just
you can't argue that just because a divine creation is flawed, that the god behind it must also be no god at all.
She's still throwing out all kinds of excuses. Seems
She
like
can
she's
put
confident that
Oratrice
we won't be
aside
able to
for now.
produce proof that she has no power over the Oratrice.
But, wait. But then, Miss Farina, could you give us a brief demonstration of your power as the Archon?
My power as an Archon? There are many ordinary citizens in the audience. How can I just carelessly demonstrate the formidable power of an Archon?
If that poses a concern, I'm prepared to extend my protection to the audience.
You don't need to go that far.
A brief demonstration of your power over Hydro should be quite harmless, Sure, archon can at least match the capacity of human with a vision. This one. Uh-oh.
Aren't you the Hydro
Uh-oh.
Archon? Or is it that you can't even wield the power of Hydro, much less the authority of a god?
Indemnitium! Yes! It's all because of Indemnitium! All Archons derive their power from the faith of the people, and I've converted the people's faith. Thus did I give up all of my divine power to provide everyone with energy for their daily lives. Have you ever seen a more magnanimous god?
Isn't that a huge
Orang tarik,
stretch?
orang tarik, orang tris, orang tarik.
Yeah, no matter how generous an Archon can be, how could they give up all their power? Can a god with no power even still be called a god?
Maybe. Uh-oh.
It seems like nobody's buying Farina's excuse.
Hey, come now, everyone. Please don't stare at me as if I was a liar. I'm still the same Farina you knew, right? The one that you loved. Shouldn't you want to believe in me, please? You've got to believe me.
Oh no.
If what the prosecutor said is true, she really has committed a grave offense.
Did she deceive all of us? And all of our parents and grandparents too? And then all of our ancestors? Ever since they were born?
Uh-oh.
Enough. That's enough. Tell me then, if I'm not the real Hydro Archon, then who is? If you have no evidence of another Hydro Archon's existence, nor can you find anyone who can back up their claim to be such, then what grounds have you to say that I'm not actually the real deal?
Wow. She came up with yet another argument. How can we refute her now? Seems like she really doesn't want to give up.
Okay, we can prove that she is an Archon. We can try prove she is just a human. And if she's only human... it's gonna be hard a bit. Okay, so... Rita is human. Okay, so... maybe this one? Let's try. Hopefully it's correct one.
That doesn't sound right. Paimon doesn't think...
Nope. Then maybe this one.
That
Okay, so which one then? Maybe this one.
It has been established that all Fontainians can dissolve in water from the primordial sea.
Since you insist on claiming to be a god and not a human, then there's a method that you can use right here and now to eliminate all suspicions of you being the latter.
Miss Navia, please apply to serve as a temporary attorney for the prosecution before addressing the court. Though you act in partnership with the prosecutor, you must still adhere to proper procedure.
Super sorry, Monsieur Chief Justice. I swear this really will be the last time that I'll speak out of turn. Now, I've brought some seawater from Poisson. As everyone knows, a massive flood struck the area not long ago, including those of some of my closest friends. So, Miss Farina, would you dare to touch some of this seawater?
Oh, the seawater
If we are to believe that you are indeed the real Hydro Archon, touching the seawater would have no effect on you. All it should do is strengthen your case.
So, apa lagi?
If you don't dare to touch it, then we would have basically proved the reverse.
Roda. Yeah, Roda.
Oh, and I must remind you that after the disaster at Poisson, nobody wants to see any more people dissolve.
Rita. Yukarita.
I do hope you'll act prudently and choose the simpler path of admitting guilt.
Navia from the Spina di Rasula.
The Spina has governed Poisson for many years. I guess her suggestion is valid.
If Lady Farina is indeed just a human, she's probably Fontainian like all the rest of us. Would she really dare to try?
Naman. Nadia, welcome, Karumi. How are you today? Uh-oh,
Lady
Farina.
Farina, this test has been unilaterally proposed by the prosecution. As it falls outside the realm of standard court proceedings, you possess the right to decline.
Well, of course he had to tell her that. But refusing to participate is basically the
Welcome,
same as a
welcome,
confession
Karumi,
of
welcome.
guilt.
How are
She's
you today?
just staring at the water without saying a single word. It really does seem like she's quite terrified of it. That could only
What's
mean...
excited for tomorrow? Oh, anything special tomorrow?
What's going on? Is she really planning to...
Anyway,
Snow?
hopefully
she
doing really good tomorrow. I also have a good mod tomorrow.
Due to the inherent risk of the test, Lady Farina, you may...
Hey!
She's actually, oh no.
I'm fine! Look at me, everyone! My hand is still here! I haven't been dissolved! Will you believe me now? I really am your archon! I'm nothing like a normal human who would fall apart as soon as they touch this water! Really? Was this not the most obvious thing in the
Don't
world?
bully Farina.
Miss Siegewin?
Must.
If you are
It's a
present, Miss
must
Siegewin,
bully.
please come forward and attend to the defendant.
Must bully Farina.
Siege, Win? Don't be nervous. It'll just take a few seconds. That should...
Please announce the results of your evaluation to the court, Miss Siegewin.
As everyone doubtlessly saw, Miss Farina was displaying symptoms of hyperventilation and flushed skin. These indicate that... She was experiencing the adverse effects of exposure to primordial seawater. The extent to which she was affected is the same as other humans when exposed to primordial seawater of a similar concentration.
Thank you, Miss Siegewin. Lady Farina, you may return to the defendant's stand.
Oh, wait. What did she just say? I didn't get dissolved. Shouldn't that be enough to prove my innocence?
Well, considering your tendency to run from your problems, we did originally prepare a direct sample of the seawater around Poisson. However, after extensive discussion, we exchanged it for a sample that is not concentrated enough to dissolve an actual human. After all, on the off chance that something entirely unexpected might occur, we don't want anyone else to lose their life to the sea.
Yeah, so out of regard for Farina's life, you secured a low-concentration sample and asked the head nurse to serve as an expert witness. It's a great thing that the direct sample wasn't actually used. Farina could have...
I can't believe... You...
Oh, that thing is just... Oh, what is going on here? Farina could have not known the conquest to touch the water as a human. It's unlikely how she really act unless it's actually more important for her to get out her decade to save her own life. Didn't she give up everything long time ago?
Listen to me, everyone! Please don't give me such cold and disdainful looks! What happened just now didn't prove a single... Think about it! How can you conclusively prove that an archon can't also be affected by the primordials? Also, if I was really just a human, why would I dare to just put my hand in that kind of water?
Well, she did try to.
Please,
Just curious now.
anyone, just listen to me! I swear, I really am your archon!
Well, lot of questions. I would trust Farina. Wow.
I don't think anything she says at this point will sway anyone. The odds are just too stacked against her now.
With all the things that have been said, Paimon doesn't think there's any way left for Farina to...
I believe the time for arguments and presentation of evidence has come to an end. If there are no objections, we will move on to the final judgment.
Sorry for this, could be true. Yeah. Oh, she is. She is human.
I don't think anything
Probably.
she says at this point will sway Nash's two-stepped against her now.
And she's just get a curse, like the names say.
In my capacity as Chief Justice, I shall now render judgment on Farina's misrepresentation of herself as the Archon of Fontain. As a human who knowingly deceived her fellow citizens, Farina is...
Oh, Farina is?
guilty.
Oh my goodness. She's guilty. And just like that.
We shall now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale to render the final verdict on the charges.
I really like the way he talked. Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale. Oh no. Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Farina is...
Oh?
Well, what's wrong? What's the Oratrice's verdict?
Okay, may gonna look at the okay, good luck.
No, the Oratrice also displays a guilty verdict.
Isn't that correct then?
Have fun, guys. Okay,
However,
now you
the
also
exact
have
wording
fun.
of the verdict is thus. The Hydro Archon, guilty.
Oh?
To be punished via the death sentence.
The death sentence?
That's actually one of the available
Oh,
sentences.
no.
I've always thought that it was just a myth.
The one and only time the death sentence has been handed out at the court.
That's
And it's
really...
been given to the very person we've worshipped as the god of justice? What an unexpected twist.
Yeah, really unexpected twice.
Farina's
Twist,
been
twice,
sentenced to
twist.
death by the Oratrice? We just wanted to use the trial to show her the seriousness of things so she'd tell us the truth. How did things escalate this quickly?
Yeah, so
This outcome is
true.
indeed quite strange. According to Fontaine's current definitions of justice, as well as its recommendations for criminal sentences, is this sentence really appropriate for the crimes that have been committed?
Even though she wasn't sentenced to
even
death by the
Lily doesn't
Oratrice.
know.
You know, the real evil mastermind behind the serial disappearances case.
What's most strange is...
Indeed. Not only is Farina's sentence overly excessive, the very point of our trial today was also to prove that Farina has never been the Hydro Archon in the first place.
True.
But now, the Oratrice seems to have deliberately invoked the title of the Hydro Archon. What does this mean?
So weird about the Oratrice. Is that thing alive?
Excuse me, if I may interrupt. Is the trial still going?
Fremine! Huh, you finally made it. I assume this means you've completed your mission?
Mm-hmm. Any mission Father assigns to me will always be top priority.
Oh, what kind of mission? What's late?
That the first prophecy slate?
Oh, so this is the stone. The first stone.
So the knave privately arranged for Fremine to try and find the missing slate?
I looked everywhere and finally found it at the bottom of the sea. It took me a long time to get around some dangerous stretches of water, but has the trial already concluded? Then... doesn't that mean I've come too late? Oh no. Father will be disappointed
Don't worry,
in me.
mystery hasn't been resolved yet.
Thank you for your hard work, Mr. Fremine. Please allow me to review the record left on the slate.
Okay, so what is say?
Traveler, I believe that you have already seen the other existing slates, and would like you to come here and confirm their contents.
Okay, I really want to know what the context about the stone.
What is it?
This look like the previous Hydro Archon released her divine power. Turning the ocean into human being.
I believe I've now made sense of the Hydro Archon's crime. It has to do with Fontaine's lost history.
Isn't the Hydro Archon just guilty of deceiving her people? Oh, wait, no, that's Farina, and we've already proven that she's not the Hydro Archon.
Yeah.
So when you say Hydro Archon, do you mean the real Hydro Archon we've been kinda talking about?
In truth, everything that you've encountered in Fontaine up until this point can be traced back to the contents of these stone slates. However, I'm uncertain as to how much sense they currently make to you.
Association between the content of the slate and the event is in real life.
Let's try to recall the contents of the other 3 stone slates. Paimon will do her...
So... Okay, this thing I don't like. The real event, okay, so what's
the first stone slate describes what you just said. It seems to show the previous Hydro Archon using her divine power, and then the Oceanids turn into humans. Does that mean that Fontainians are transformed Oceanids? Oh, Paimon wasn't expecting that. But if Oceanids can turn into humans, then perhaps this process can be reversed as well. The second stone slate shows Celestia floating in the sky, and the Hydro Archon and her people worshipping it together. But the heavens still brought judgment down upon them. This must be the point when the Hydro Archon and the Fontainians were branded with their original sin. Does this mean that the original sin and the Hydro Archon sin are the same thing?
It remind me it's the same part of happened to Korea about the sin thing. So this thing is related with Korea, especially the original sin.
The third slate shows the Hydro Archon sinking into the sea surrounded by many people. That reminds Paimon, didn't we also watch that happen to someone else?
Someone else? No, I don't remember.
The first slate is the prophecy the Fontainians have been talking about. People dissolving into the sea, the Hydro Archon crying on her throne, and so on. We didn't believe that such a crazy disaster could happen at first, did we? But after that incident, it was just a question of when and not if.
Okay, so the real event. So this is gonna be hard a bit. The real event relate to prophecy or prophecy select. Okay, so this is gonna be a bit hard because I don't know anything about this one. Verify the truth about this one. Essential from Hydro Divine Ocean. This one?
We know from the case of the serial disappearances of young women that Fontainians can be dissolved in primordial seawater. And this might be the reason that Fontainians can dissolve.
Okay, human who turn into ocean is a fact story. The fact Fontaine can dissolve primordials. Okay? It shows Celestia floating in the sky and Hydro Archon and her people worship it together, but heaven still brought judgment down upon them. So this one is giving judgment. Yeah. First thing first, this one. Oh wait, this one shows list floating, so it still gives the judgment. Maybe this one?
That doesn't sound quite...
Or maybe... this one?
Perhaps what is about to take place has all happened before. The true sin of the Hydro Archon that Nervilette mentioned, and the original sin cast down on the people of Fontain by Celestia, as recorded on the stone slates.
Ah, so that's how is it. The other one is... Snow Slavery in the describes history of future east coast lake. The sinking to sea surrounded by many people. Surrounded by many people. This reminds me like some from Navia.
It's not as simple as falling into the sea. When Navia fell into the sea, her consciousness was subjected to judgment. The stone slates show the people gathered around the Hydro Archon in the sea. Could that be alluding to the same thing?
Yeah, maybe. So the last one showed since then basically identical to describing the purposes of Fontain from the eventually dissolved into the sea. And the higher archon sit alone throne and whip. It sounds like the end say.
That doesn't sound...
No. That not then gonna be the relate.
The prophecy from the stone slates found its way into society. But not many people believed it at first. The fortress of Meropide was nearly flooded with primordial seawater, which we know can cause Fontainians to dissolve. It seems increasingly likely that the prophecy may come true. If we hadn't dealt with it in time, things could have gone very badly.
Oh.
They'll dissolve into the primordial sea but won't cease to exist. Their essence will flow in the seawater, converge, and take the form of an oceanid. The Hydro Archon was sentenced to death in court, shocking everyone present. Perhaps this means that her sin was actually Fontaine's original sin.
Makes sense.
Fell into the water inside those ruins, and she nearly dissolved. She was surrounded by the people of Poisson in a court within her consciousness, and was forced to take part in a trial meant to make her stay. The eruption of the primordial sea at the fortress of Meropide was the surest sign that the prophecy was about to come to pass no matter what. The prophecy's contents can all be verified by recent events. If we combine what we know together, loads of truths should come to light.
All the slide is relate the real event.
Huh? Oh, Paimon gets it now. So that's how you can make sense of it. But then it feels like we're going to have to share some truly shocking revelations.
Let's hear them.
The first slide revealed that Fontain are not real human.
Incredible. Linny, did you hear that?
We're not real humans.
Wait, really?
All Fontainians were originally created by the late previous Hydro Archon, with Oceanids as their basis.
Wait, really?
The evidence for that can be found in how only Fontainians could dissolve in primordial seawater, and how all the girls Vacher dissolved were also turned into Oceanids.
Oh, I
Navia,
see.
when she was about to get dissolved, she also saw everyone gathered around for a trial. All of them in the shape of Oceanids.
Indeed.
The second slide revealed that the Cryo Hydro Archon was her creation, Fontainian from Oceanid.
And it follows from the content of the first slate that she probably anchored Celestia by creating humans without prior permission.
It's full of content first slide that she probably anchored Celestia by creating human without her prior.
That could also explain why
see.
the orgies judged the Hydro Archon to be guilty. It's to account for that ancient
So she
sin.
created the Oceanid as human. without any permissions, and Celestial agreed to her.
The Hydro Archon's true sin was creating us?
And yet, after many
That's
hundreds of
been it.
years, the Hydro Archon's creations have turned around to try to judge the Archon within the Opera Epiclese. The twists of history are often the most unexpected of all.
Yeah, very unexpected. I was really shocked that human was created from Oceanid. I'm still convinced that it should come after Frostlet.
Yeah, isn't the image here just like when Navia fell into the sea? So wouldn't it be trying to show
Oceanid
the image of the
primarily?
Hydro Archon also falling into the sea once the prophecy has been fulfilled
Oh,
in the
no.
fourth slate? In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontain be washed away. Did Paimon get all that right?
Yeah, it's
You've
correct.
made some keen deductions. I must say, given how much you still don't know, it is impressive that you've already managed to connect so many pieces. However, while you were able to decode all the information on the slates, they've also been etched with an additional layer of hidden information using a different power source. When we were at the ruins, I tried to
Oh.
decipher the hidden information recorded in the slates.
I'm not
But
following
since
this
we
game
only
story
had
much,
3
but
slates
indeed
at the
this
time,
shocking
I was
revelation
unable
for
to
me.
come to a full conclusion.
Sam,
Now that the slate collection is
give
complete,
us a
I
lot
shall make another
shock
attempt to decipher the narrative
surprising,
recorded within.
shocking
If everything
about
goes
the
well,
backstory
we should
about
finally be informed of the
Fontainian and
unadulterated
Fontaine,
truth.
about the Hydra Archon. Yeah, a lot things happened back then.
Well?
I believe I should share this truth not only with you, but with all the people of Fontaine as well. I will try to briefly summarize it for you. Your hypotheses
Oh.
regarding the origin of Fontainians and the sin of the Hydro Archon were both correct.
Hypothesis regarding of origin of Fontainian and sin of the Hydra Archon were both
In the
correct.
Fontaine of old, the previous Hydro Archon sensed the yearning of her Oceanid familiars for life on land.
I see.
The Oceanids were enamored with the beauty and romanticism of human beings, and wishing to have those experiences for themselves, expressed to the Hydro Archon their desire to become of a similar kind. However, even though water as an element is intricately linked with the power of life, the Hydro Archon, as one of the 7, did not
Should
possess
it
the
pronounce
authority to
like
create a
us
new
normal
form of
peeps
human
or
life.
Oceanids? Shouldn't it pronounce like us normal Oceanid?
Not
Yeah.
one to give in, she eventually found a way to create
Oceanic.
permanent humanoid bodies for her familiars by appropriating the power of this planet's primordial sea. She poured primordial seawater into the Oceanid's blood vessels, creating humanoid mimics in the process. But if Fontaines were to ever come into direct contact with water from the primordial sea, the power within their bodies would escape these artificial restraints and return to the sea. As a result, their forms would collapse, and they would be reverted to their original forms as Oceanids.
That's clear. Like, they turn human, and then if they touch the primordial sea and they reverse back to Oceanid.
Of course, the
I
Hydro
see.
Archon never received permission from the heavenly principles to create a new human race. And thus, the Hydro Archon and all of her creations came to shoulder the original sin of appropriating the power of the primordial sea. That is the true history of how the people of Fontaine first came into being.
Oh, nice.
So you... we
Understand
were
now.
all Oceanids before we turned into human beings?
That's way too much information for me. I think I'm just going to pretend that I never heard a single thing.
Poor guy. Oh, poor guy. Like, I should hear this thing. This guy
Wait, but if
say.
that's the truth, we can't let the Hydro Archon be sentenced to death. After all, her only sin was creating us.
Oh, it's too late.
This really might be too much information for your regular Fontainian, but it does answer
That's
a lot of our
why
questions.
that primordial seawater when Rina did touch the water and did not dissolve because she's not oceanic.
Alas, your hypothesis regarding the third and fourth stone slates was inaccurate. The slates' respective positions are, in fact, correct.
What is the third slate supposed to
A key
represent then?
point of the visual on the third slate is how all the individuals depicted in the water are humans rather than oceanids. They have not been dissolved, which implies that the water depicted in this slate is not water from the primordial sea. The nation of Fontain is the nation of Hydro, as well as the nation of Trials and Justice. Instead of being the literal element, the water in the scene symbolizes judgment and justice. You may also recall Navia's experience. When she fell into the sea, her consciousness was surrounded by that of many others who intended to hold a trial to determine her
Even
fate.
if it's saying oceanic, well, gotta relearn how to pronounce all the enemy name then. Is it like oceanic? Oceanic?
Therefore, the meaning of the third slate is that the people of Fontain shall try the Hydro Archon at the court of justice.
Wait, the people from the shall try Hydro Archon the court of justice can't be?
Yes, it refers to our present situation.
Oh no.
I think I'm following now. So, what you're saying is, even though we decided to put on this trial to avoid fulfilling the prophecy, in truth, everything we've done has happened exactly as the prophecy foretold. So now, it seems, we're the ones making sure it comes true.
Oh, so that's on purpose telling us it's related. Oh my, oh no.
What should we do?
I don't know.
No matter what,
Try hearing
prophecy
how
will
you
be
really pronounce
fulfilled.
it. Okay, later I'll try again.
Is this what it feels like to be a prisoner of fate?
If that's the case, does that mean the scene in the fourth slate will also be fulfilled soon?
Oh no, they
Traveler,
all
I
dissolve.
would like to point out
by
another
water.
small fallacy in your deductions. About the fourth slate, you probably thought that the eruption of primordial seawater beneath the fortress of Meripede
Oceanic
served
is
as the
from
surest
Latin
sign that the
oceanus,
prophecy was about to
pronounced
come to pass,
oceanus.
yes?
Oh, I see. So oceanus. I never heard that one. Oceanus. Oceanus is a myth. It's from Gaia. It's one of the member of Titans. It's related with the Kronos, Hyperion. Oh, I see. It's mythology, people. Ocean nymph.
However, I believe that rather than being a sure sign,
So which means
that eruption
this,
could in fact only be a small
Genshin
warning
story
of
is
something far
related with
worse to come.
a real life stuff. I mean, real life history. No, it's not history. It's a name. Sorry.
As for the root cause of the catastrophe, I believe you've already encountered it once before.
I have to blame all the streamer for pronouncing it wrong then.
This eruption was just a small
Wait, did
warning
I
of the things to
pronounce
come.
wrong?
We must find the root cause of the disaster.
Okay, so I do believe it's maybe either these two. Maybe as well.
It was
Yeah.
both dream and reality.
So it's true that it's
If we're
a
talking
well.
about a true culprit, that could only be that thing inside the primordial sea, right?
The truth, the original sin, the trial, and the root cause of the disaster.
So it was by the well, not by foreigner. Oh no, it's too late then. Time to run! Oh. That doesn't work. Oh no. Why the well is small? Is it like big? Oh no. Oh. Oh, he's fighting up. Yeah, the game never tell us how to say it until now. Yeah, so true. I also don't know how to pronounce it actually. Oceanic. Oh no. I don't want to imagine it, but no. I don't want to imagine it.
That was way too close! How did that thing
Oceanic. Oceanic.
Wait,
That's how you pronounce.
is that the huge whale you saw in
Has.
your dream?
Don't you dare, Has.
So we've
Don't
met
you
it
dare,
at last.
Has.
I understand very well why it has chosen
Let
to
me
make an
forget
appearance here.
about it.
That whale does not belong to Tevat. It is a monster that has traversed the stars, weeping all the while.
Oh, okay.
It has been
So
greedily
it
consuming
seems
the
that
energy from the planet's primordial sea, using
well
it to grow.
from other world.
That is the main cause for the rising sea levels. And once it has finished consuming
Don't you
all of the
dare, Has.
energy
Don't you
contained
dare
within the sea,
send the...
its next step will be...
I saw you send the laughing sticker something. If it is because angry because of Zuu says wrong and over again.
You said
I'm
that when
angry.
the Hydro Archon first created Fontainians out of Oceanids, she filled
I'm
their
angry.
blood vessels with primordial seawater.
Don't you dare.
Precisely. That whale finds the blood of Fontainians nigh impossible to resist. Therefore, when it left the primordial sea,
Ah,
decided
yaman
to make
ketawa
its
niya,
next
yaman
stop a
ketawa
packed
niya.
opera house full of food.
Yaman
Food in
ketawa
the
niya.
form of Fontainians.
We just barely managed to push it back, right? In that case, won't it come back to target the people again once it's managed to recover its strength?
That is correct. Indeed, it is more accurate to say that we should thank that harbinger
Even
for
Han
buying us
also
some time.
laughing.
Without him, the whale would have likely come onto land
I
far
don't know.
sooner.
And also know what I mean. The picture
From the way
that
he looked,
never
he
let.
must have been fighting
no.
the creature for
Ah,
quite a
never
long
mind.
time.
Never mind.
That battle maniac. We've always known that he had a special connection with that whale, but we definitely didn't expect it to help us out. Anyway, now that we know that this whale is the actual cause of the disaster recorded in the prophecy, all we need to do to stop the prophecy would be to find a way to beat it up, right?
It is too late.
No, it's not late.
It had already absorbed too much of the primordial sea's energy before we could notice it. At this point, it has become practically integrated with the sea itself. Even if the entirety of Tevat were to be destroyed, it could still survive and swim off towards some other world.
That's not something I will accept. We've already done everything we can, and we even found the true culprit. We've come so far. You can't just tell me
let
that
the mighty be humble and
impossible
no,
foe.
nah,
It's just not fair.
nah. I won't
Indeed.
say. I won't
That's
read
not how
now.
a grand
Sorry,
performance should
I'm
end.
not reading your. I'm not reading your line. Sorry.
I'll fight it to the end, no matter what.
I'll just keep my eyes on the screen on the game.
The prophecy. Yes, what has been
I will
prophesied
not
will
read
be
your line.
fulfilled. You
Nuh-uh.
may use such things
Bombastic.
as the history of the future.
Bombastic side eye. Nuh-uh.
Just as prophecies are usually only the future as seen from the perspectives of the gods,
Could things be happening in hidden corners where the god's gaze does not fall? Ultimately, fate shall serve as your only guide, no matter what will happen in Tevat's future.
Maybe that event prophecy will be fulfilled. There will still be there'll be a way to save everyone. Telling me something, yeah, it did. Probably. I forgot about Furina was. She once said to me in the last moment in the giant magic box. What is her real secret?
What's happening with the oratories?
Oratories. Oratories.
It is preparing to carry out the death sentence.
Huh? Furina?
No, I still need answers.
And she died. Probably. Oh, don't tell me she... Oh no. What happened? And who are you? Who's that? Who's that just now? Huh? Who's that? Rina?
You...
Sorry. That
Oh,
shocked expression on your face is just too amusing.
It sounds like from Ant.
You are not Furina.
Yeah, you're not.
The sweet sound of bewilderment. Marvelous. A sure sign that my attempt to deceive everyone was a resounding success. But to answer your question, I am
Fossilors.
You know, the god.
Fosilo.
The original one?
Why did you deceive us?
Yo, why?
Oh, that wasn't my goal, of course. Goodness, no. But I had to fool everyone else too, if I was to stand any chance of deceiving
why?
the heavenly principles.
Deceiving the heavenly principles?
It's all because of that pernicious prophecy. Dreadful, wasn't it? Everyone doomed to dissolve. Fontain condemned to be flooded. One was not amused. In fact, one was positively bemused when that problem was thrust upon me by my dearest predecessor. She knew full well that the prophecy would surely come to pass.
My god, that...
And as one of the seven, she also knew full well that one defies the heavenly principles at one's peril. So yes, as you have no doubt surmised, it was a rather impossible situation that I found myself in. I spent a terribly long time mulling it over, alone on the ocean floor. And I was almost growing barnacles by the time I finally realized there was only one possible solution to this confounding conundrum. I had to outwit the heavenly principles, allow the prophecy to be fulfilled, ostensibly at least, while saving everyone at the same time. I'm a genius, I know. I can only
this office
assume
probably
that's why
different than the
Egeria chose
normal
me
one.
as her
Sure,
successor.
it's like remind me.
Although, looking
I don't
back
know why,
now,
but it's
it
really
was
look
hardly the
beautiful.
inheritance one dreams of.
Why not they
Between the
make
task
this
of saving
dress
the
as
nation, the
second
quotidian
dress
duties
for
of the Hydro
Furina?
Archon, and not to mention the original sin of creating a new race of humans, I dare say she left me quite a colossal mess to clean up. But one can only play the hand one is dealt. I did not choose this, any more than I chose to be one of her Oceanid familiars.
So you were also once
I know
one of the
she's,
Oceanids. transformed into a human by Egeria's hand.
So you're also once Oceanid. Oh, she also
Yes,
Oceanid
I was.
also. Oh, I see.
I always dreamed of becoming human. And I still do, even now. In my eyes, to be human is to be part of the greatest opera ever known.
It has Honkai vibe to it. Is it?
After
Oh
becoming
no,
a
they
god,
copyright.
I separated my
Them
divinity from
to,
my body and spirit,
them
leaving
to-
behind only a self that was as naive and bewildered
them
as my
to,
past self on
report.
her first day
They
as a
copy
human
the
being.
Honkai.
The me you see before you now is that divinity. And the human counterpart I left behind, I named Farina. She could feel joy, sorrow, and everything in between. She could be as vain and conceited, or as meek and vulnerable as she wished. Her strengths were of a kind only a human could possess, as were her shortcomings. But in my eyes, Farina's humanity was what made her perfect. She was perfectly human in every way. The person I always wanted to be. Anyway, so then I cursed her.
Why?
All part of the plan, of course. The plan to deceive the heavenly principles. Do you still remember the final scene of the prophecy? The Hydra Archon alone, weeping on her throne. In order that the prophecy might appear fulfilled, I invited Farina to be an actress, to play the part of the Hydro Archon in the prophecy, under the curse I placed on her. So long as I, Focalor's divinity, continued to exist, she could not die. But nor was she free to live her life in the pursuit of happiness. Instead, she was forced to take the stage in the opera house, to embrace the role of leading lady, to forever play the part of the god from the prophecy, all to create a deceitful appearance of that prophecy coming to pass. I suppose now you probably understand why your court is called the Opera Epiclese.
But Farina is only human, isn't she?
Farina is human, a real
Even though she
human.
has had a long life, her mind is no stronger than that of any other ordinary human being.
Yeah, true.
I cannot begin to fathom what she has had to endure.
Poor
It
Farina.
must have been torture for her.
It has indeed. And although she is, in a sense, me in human form, I most definitely owe her an apology for it. It's been 500 years, and all along,
that's really long.
she's been playing her part in the most unimaginably long, unbearably lonely, and agonizingly painful opera of all time.
Like really, oh, Farina. She been pain like this. I got connected with Farina tears if I remember correctly. Tears often contain being strong emotion. Protect Farina at all costs. Yeah. Would this be Farina in her walk? Farina, what is she doing on stage? What moment? Never is Farina in like reflection of her inner self. I'm not able easily to get what I want to know. I'm here for answer either way. This would not to be missed. Let me try talk to her. Is it about your brother again?
Oh, who permitted you to come onto this stage? Now, I understand your admiration for my august self, but alright, it is not my intent
Don't look
to
at me, don't look
reprimand
at
you.
what? Don't look
There
at
is
me,
no
don't look at
need
me.
to state your name. Just be off with you. Do not distract me from my performance.
But
Oh,
just
do
stage
not
like
jest.
please, if
Can
only
you not
for
feel
1
it?
second.
I am Focalor. The eyes of
That way I
countless
can become
Fontanians
myself
are upon
again.
me. I must,
Damn.
at all times,
She
display
really
the utmost
express.
elegance and nobility.
It's not getting through to her even in her heart of heart. She's still playing role of Hydra Archon. So resolved must she have that even her innocence and superstitiousness will have such an impenetrable of defense. Okay, so how do I defeat?
Dear audience, the performance is experiencing a technical difficulty, but worry not. The guards shall resolve it soon.
Here you are.
Take the room!
Alright.
Hey, what gives? The audience is still watching me, you know. Guards? Wait, where are the guards? Guards!
Rest and rebuild!
Things are about to get dicey.
Flicker.
Okay.
Incinerate! Time for your arraignment!
Alright. Infernal Cartel must was of eye of people on earth. I just received some sort of signal. Was that her true voice? What's that thing? Ticket. What's thing? And show me how you truly feel, Frina. Or mirror Frina. Since 1. Oh, a replay is Frina now. Why she has a short hair?
Farina. Huh? Who's that? Who's calling me? Where are you? Be not nervous. Be not afraid. I am before you. Wait a moment.
Oh.
You're mirror me?
What's she
How can
stop?
this be? Mirror you, huh? You know what? That's not bad. Let's go with that. Mirror me. What do you wish to say? The prophecy. Have you heard of it? What prophecy? Wait. I know. I think. I don't know why, but it's in my head somehow. The people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontain be washed away. Oh.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Very good.
No, she
You know
remembered.
it well. What's going on? I can't seem to remember anything clearly. The only thing I know for sure is this prophecy. Yes, it will. And that is why I've come to you. Disaster will come to Fontaine sooner or later. Things will develop just as the prophecy declared. There is no escaping it.
No escape.
But doesn't that mean everyone will die? I'm a Fontainian just like them. Will I dissolve too? Oh, don't worry. Magical meetings exist in this world precisely to give people a chance to turn things around. It is the reason why you met me today. I will tell you how to save everyone, but you may have to suffer somewhat. So there's still hope
in
after
good
all.
way, she got
Goodness,
suffer.
you frightened me. You spoke so much and with so much certainty. As for the suffering, well, I will admit that the first thing that came to mind was, why do I have to be the one to suffer? But if the prophecy will come true, I'll also die anyway, right? So if I've already met you as my magical meeting in this world, if there were scales, with all the people of Fontain on one side and my pain on the other, is it not obvious where the scales should tilt?
I also like something.
You truly
She's
are
flat.
the perfect human. My ideal. I suppose this would also be the justice that belongs to you. Huh? Don't worry, it's nothing. Listen well. Fontaine has just lost its Hydro Archon. I need you to play a role. That of the new Archon. Play as...
So this is the very first
You
part.
must begin a never-ending
Story about,
masquerade. You must never let anyone
Rina.
suspect your identity. If you can keep it up, then I shall have my way of defying this prophecy. But should your identity be revealed, then all hope will be lost. But how will I do this? A human assuming the role of a god without being exposed. Don't worry. What you must do is not to turn yourself into a real god. You simply need to play the role of a god as humans imagine them to be. Being a human yourself, I'm
that's
sure you
how
already
she
know what
did.
such an entity would be like. Remember, your true challenge will not be pursuing divinity, but contending against humanity. I'm still not sure I understand, but... So, how long am I going to have to play this role? To accomplish this mission, you will have to stay on the stage for many, many years.
So that's
You will
long
endure
years.
and not grow old until your task ends. But I promise you, all will eventually end in a magnificent and dramatic trial, and everyone will be saved. A trial? Huh.
So that's
How
how the
exciting.
story, the very
I'll be looking
beginning,
forward to it.
that she appeared. And she grew the hair. Slow, slow, slow. Can I jump? No, I cannot jump.
The Maison Cardinalise has announced my accession. What should I say to most
Summon
appear
courage.
like a god? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you've all heard about how I have taken on the role of Hydro Archon. Indeed, I am, in truth. I know little about becoming a nation's new god, but it will be my honor to guide you all. As the god Focalor, the god of justice, I shall do all within my power to lead you into an age of fair... Once again, thank you all for coming. If you should have any questions or suggestions, please send them to the Maison Cardinalise. This should do it. I thought I might stammer, but thankfully, I was able to convey my thoughts just fine. Okay, and...
That's the new Hydro Archon. Is this some kind of joke by the Maison? I would have thought that a being that surpasses humanity would be a bit more assertive.
Hey, did you hear that? She even told us to send her suggestions there
You
at the
guys meaning.
Shouldn't gods be all-powerful?
You
She's
guys
being
read the
so
meaning.
modest. What's the difference between her and an ordinary person, then?
If you ask me, perhaps the succession
She's
will naturally
very...
happen. She might just be a maison that puppet.
Her backstory like the Hida, but more even worse.
Wait, what's going on? Why is everyone suspecting me of being a fake? Oh, this is bad. If I get exposed here, there'll be no saving the right. Myrmi said that I just need to play the role of a god as humans imagine them to be. Calm down, Farina.
Oh, so this how is it?
What do the people want? How with assertive, with a strong sense of presence, one who can dispel all doubt. That is the character I'm
No, she only played the character. Poor Farina.
Oh, very good, my people. Only ones such as you are deserving of my rule. Now, I was wondering if some weak puppet were to one day come onto the stage and claim ownership of this opera house, would the children of Fontain follow them? Well, it seems that you would all see right through them. Having passed my test, you are qualified to witness wondrous trials alongside my august self. Here in this opera house, you may consider my previous act a door gift of sorts. I thought it was a debut that suited the atmosphere. Now then, let us be reintroduced.
Ah, so that was just a performance. How could I have forgotten that we were inside an opera house?
So they got like...
Personality. It's quite
see?
shocking, to be honest, but I suppose it's a better look than before.
Such a fascinating and bold deity. How wonderful. Our future may yet be bright after all.
It seems I've turned them around. Best follow this flow and restart my exercise.
Slowly coughing, summon courage.
My dear people, whether you acknowledge me or not, whether you trust me or nay, I say to you, keep faith in your ardor for just. We have heard it said that this nation's sins can no longer be washed away.
A bitterness.
I say that justice is most fragrant when it blooms amid sin. The scales of justice should not weigh heavy in the hands of its God. On
So
one
that's
side,
how
it
she
must
managed
carry
to
fairness and justice.
lie people that she is archon.
Praise and applause. May love
That is
be the
why she
prayer on our lips.
she's
May judgment be our
being a
worship.
curse.
Let us light the fires and drink to the future of Fontaine. There is no trouble in this world that justice cannot solve. All that is needed is for you, my people, to believe in it, heart and soul. So long as I, the archon Focalor, stand within the opera epiclese, so long as I stand before the oratrice, I shall even judge the gods of...
Oh, so that's how the story back about her past. Wait, there's more? I thought it's already finished.
Lady Farina, here are today's case reports as well as a summary of the follow-up.
Come now, was I not just at the opera house in person? Leave these kinds of things to Neuvillette. Besides, none of these trials were the one that I'm looking forward to the most.
But the question is, I do want to know where's the Neuvillette come from?
What kind of trial are you truly looking forward to?
A magnificent, dramatic, and wondrous trial. A trial to end all things. How could you hope to understand?
That's true. I fear I lack the ability to grasp your divine thought, lady.
No need for fright, and do not take what I said before too seriously. Go now, do your duties. The trial,
There's more? And this part. Okay guys, wait, I gotta take some pee break for the moment. Okay, pee break first. Yeah, I'm back. Sorry, it took a while. Yeah, it's night time. If only I have snack at the night like this.
to
I don't
thank
have
me.
the snack.
Rather, thank your own sense of perseverance instead. Long have you stood in line to meet me, have you not? Oh, I'm afraid that's just an inevitable consequence of my divine charm. All right, Deoteria, is it? How is your son's illness?
Welcome back, I'm back.
You remembered me, and you knew of my family too. He is doing much better now. In fact, he is far more of an ardent believer than I. He was the one who forced me to seek an audience with you, and to bring your words back to him.
Oh, good. Very good. If this should happen again in the future, please do not hesitate to come and tell me.
You're such a gentle and
Ala, I was gonna do some break. Tigila. Tigila. Upo sana. Sebelum the inside the pants. Go, Poop.
Lady Farina, here are the latest hydrological reports.
Lumpa
As for
kirit.
the specific parameters you asked to take note of,
I see. It's as I thought then.
Okay, let's just play.
I did already
Wah.
expect this, but I wanted to see how
Parang
far your
basah ka ng
human
tuspin
wisdom would
kita.
allow you. All manner of signs indicate that the prophecy will still come to pass. Forget it. That's not something you need to worry about right now.
well, as I understand it, the Fontain Research
Where am
Institute is
I?
also trying to find a way to counter the rising water levels.
It's a floor.
Really? Have they found anything?
I'm afraid that they haven't found any effective solution thus far.
Oh, is that so? Well, no wonder. This issue has reached the realm of the gods, after all. Still, their spirit is praiseworthy.
Okay, last one. I don't believe she gonna be dramatic.
The
Cry.
day is finally over. I haven't had a moment to breathe this whole time, but it's good to see that everything's getting on track. There are no longer any voices of maybe this is fine. I just need to keep going, and everyone will be safe.
Oh.
All right, Farina, don't think too hard about this. You need rest.
That's a mighty bit nah. Nuh-uh. I won't read it. I don't want to read it.
Lady Farina, here are the new trial reports for the latest cases, as well as a summary of the follow-up.
There'll be no need for that. I've seen them already. There's no need to go back over scenes I've witnessed in person before.
Oh?
Lady Farina, I've waited so long for this chance to see you.
Indeed, my dear loyal citizen. This joyous moment is an
Wait,
honor
what?
for us
She
both.
her dress change. Oh, it's
Lady
again.
Farina, we're detecting significant hydrological anomalies near Post.
Understood. Keep monitoring. Keep me informed should anything come up at the Institute.
Oh.
I don't think I let anything slip today. I must show that I just don't know when these days will end.
Oh, so she suffered so much.
I feel utterly exhausted. Best to rest early today, too.
Let's explain why. Opera House Farina. Oh, 100 years are too long for a human. But the thing is, she was
Lady Farina, it's
how
like
to
a
say,
dream being able to speak with you up close like this.
as long as the was alive. The woman with the white dress still alive. So we're not gonna be long-lived. That's what she say.
I've heard that the first member of our family who was honored to receive an audience with you was Madame Dioteria.
But for normal human, yeah, they won't be long enough.
And what a fine family yours is indeed. It brings me great joy to meet such a faithful believer.
Surely you exaggerate, Lady Farina. My lady?
Huh?
What is it, good citizen?
Are you crying?
Huh?
Really now? I didn't even notice. This must be the overflow of hydro from my person. Well, can't quite help being the god whose dominion is the waters, can I?
No wonder. No wonder. A manifestation of your power, then. Oh, Archon, I am honored to have witnessed it. Honored indeed.
What happened? Is she crying for...
So interminable.
Ah, so that's it.
So lonely.
She just too tired. Okay.
Hundreds of years must have passed by now. Perhaps the show must go on for hundreds more. I never imagined.
Oh, it's much stress. I mean, even if me become immortal like that, 100 years, yeah, I could go insane. Start to breaking our 20 generation is about 500 years. Yeah, it's really long.
No. Perhaps I reached it long ago.
Even your mentality become
I
breaking.
didn't even notice my own tears. I want to tell someone, anyone, about this. But would that not destroy all I've done so far? I've conducted so many investigations across the centuries. But there's not even a sliver of hope that we might break the prophecy. All I can do is keep heart. I must maintain this act. It is the only way to save Fontaine. Please, mirror me. You have to succeed.
So this plan, how is it? That's so long. 1817. Pretty much long.
You don't have to shoulder this burden alone. Although I don't know what you might be keeping from everyone. Your people are more than willing to share your burden with you.
Yeah, this voice.
Share
Okay.
my burden. That's impossible. It was fated right from the start that this would be my duty alone.
But even if your burden doesn't need to be shared, you can still choose to confide in someone. Just share it with me. I'm what you call a witness.
A witness? Yes. I've heard that you came to Teyvat from beyond the stars, yes. In other words, you never belonged here. And if Teyvat is, in its entirety, a show on a stage, then you're just a spectator, aren't you? If that's the case...
Voice not so enough. What? Voice not so enough?
She's right. I could
You mean what?
confide in her,
What?
couldn't I?
Voice not so enough?
But if things don't...
Wait, did I
go
say
as
something
expected,
weird just now?
The people of Fontaine will be the ones to pay the price. No, Farina. You shouldn't be selfish. But what if...
What if it's really alright, Farina?
Oh, so
You've worked
this the
so
one.
hard for
She want to
so
tell.
long.
Traveler,
Surely it would be okay to put yourself first for once.
Yeah, the Neptune name.
Is it such an outrageous thing to do anyway? To find someone in whom you can
Don't worry, I'm
confide your
gonna make
frustrations and sorrows?
a line for her.
If you let this opportunity slip through your fingers, it might never come by again. Think about it. Long and hard.
Oh, so that's what she want to tell the truth. Huh?
No, I have nothing to say. I am Farina, the Archon of Fontain. Everything will surely get... All you need to do, dear spectator, is to witness my performance until the curtains fall.
Huh? Come on, tell the truth.
Fine.
Fine. No, fine. But that makes you much hurt. I mean...
So even Farina doesn't know the truth? You've never once let her in on the full plan?
Yes, it had to be done. To deceive the heavenly principles, you must first deceive yourself. She did very well. If she had let her resolve falter even once in these 5 centuries, Fontaine would have been doomed to the most tragic fate. It seems that trusting humanity was the right decision after all.
I believe that I understand how your deception works, but that is only half the truth, is it not? How would you build on this foundation to save the people of Fontaine? That is the most important thing.
Ah, good. Of course, the Iudex of Fontaine has pinpointed the crux of the issue. I'm sure you've long sensed that the Oratrice is no simple machine.
Mechanic.
Yes?
Yeah, the least cardinal.
I've always suspected that it had its own consciousness. And Lenny did mention that he heard a human voice within the core chamber. It now
Oh, so
seems that
don't
that
tell me
person
that.
was you, hidden within the machine all
I
along.
see.
Am I right?
And then I became one with the
So
Oratrice,
she's
taking
that machine
Fontaine's gnosis
is
with
her.
me. Yes, it would seem so, wouldn't it?
Ah, that's been why that Farina doesn't have Gnosis in the first
Your
place.
understanding of this device still lacks sufficient depth. In truth, it is no enactor of justice. It is, in fact, a device created to kill the god of justice.
Beg your pardon?
Oh, you
She
have it.
killed herself.
And to be more precise, not only will the Oratrice take down the god of justice, it will also take down the divine throne upon which she has been placed. I mean, did you think I would be the sort to enjoy peaceful repose while Farina suffered? My work over these last 500 years has been to constantly accumulate indemnitium within the Oratrice. But really, some have already discovered that only a small fraction of the energy generated by the device was ever used to provide power to Fontaine. The vast majority had to be
makes all sense then.
accumulated to
That
enact
the
this death
Oratrice is her.
It was all a part of your plan then? Both the
So all
trial
the thing
and
is-
the sentence?
Her plan.
Indeed. This power, accrued over 5 centuries, could have sustained Fontainians for millennia, had it only been used for that purpose. But only power of this magnitude could hope to destroy the Hydro Archon's divine throne, shaking the rules established by Celestia, and breaking through the institution that is the Seven.
So the Oratrice's call for death was for neither Farina nor Focalor, but for the Hydro Archon. The destruction of that divine throne. If I do not misunderstand your intent, you must be...
She must be?
Returning what's rightfully yours to you, of course. In other words,
What does that mean?
this was all done to return the authority of the Hydro Archon to the Hydro Dragon of this planet.
But...
Wait, I don't understand. What? She returned the Hydro Archon to Hydro Dragon?
No, what? Getting sad again, are we? The authority of the ancient dragons shall soon be yours once more, O Hydro Dragon Sovereign. And this is the face you make.
All you've done throughout the years is just so you can sacrifice yourself at the very end.
I've never quite seen it that way, you know. Even now, I'm quite pleased at how well my deception worked.
And...
Hydro Dragon, don't cry.
Is he crying? Really? Is he really crying?
I must say, had it been within my rights, I would have loved to judge the heavenly principles themselves. Were they not guilty of essentially the same crime?
Yeah, I do think she gave the Gnosis to Neuvillette,
and the heavenly principles
and
stole the
Neuvillette's
power
become
you ancient dragons
Hydro
possess.
Archon, I think. Probably.
I, for my part, am the god of justice.
Probably.
And
Just
is
probably
it not
that he,
just that your
probably
original
that he
powers should
become
be
the
returned
Hydro
to you?
Archon.
Speaking of justice, I have always believed that justice lies in the process of pursuing human
Origin of the
existence
Wilder.
itself.
I'm not the origin of the Wilder.
So,
yeah.
if the theft of the primordial sea's might was Fontaine's original sin, then, leaving matters of procedural right and wrong aside, the descent of the Fontainians as humans and their right to exist in this world would be Fontaine's original justice. In other words, existence was Egeria's justice, and to me, justice is the continuation of that existence, defying the prophecy and ensuring that Fontaine's people shall live on. That should be the justice enthroned over all others. At this point, we, whether it be myself or all other Fontainians, have shouldered the burden of this sin for far
Her
too
voice
long.
really sound like Furina. It is Furina, but much more older.
Eudex Neuvillette,
he was
the highest
the
judge
origin of
in our
Filter.
land.
Okay.
When you
I understand
regain
now.
your
It
full power
means
as
has
an
the
elemental
genesis to
sovereign,
Neuvillette, the origin of
what
the
verdict
Wilder.
shall you pass upon us?
So which means the genesis of her, she gave to Neuvillette.
So when I was invited to the court of Fontaine to serve as Eudex, I see now that that was your idea too. At last. I now understand the true purpose behind this position. In the beginning, I was uninterested in human existence. But these 5 centuries of living alongside them have gradually brought about mutual understanding between us. And I have even attempted to feel as they feel.
Not interested in human. Oh, I see. So then, Fossalor bring him to this place that Neuvillette can understand about human.
You are a devious one, Fossalor. Things being as they are, surely you know that I could never declare them to be guilty.
So they explain it.
The hour of my execution is almost here. For the sinner, the curtain call has come. I know I may not sound it, but faced with death, I find myself a little afraid. Perhaps this is one thing both gods and humans have in common. Farewell, Neuvillette. I hope you've enjoyed the part you played these 500 years.
For 500 years. It's really long time. And she do a lost performance. Oh. And she died? No. No, why? Solo want to kill herself because everything she did since the creation of Fontain, if I speak correctly, that's the sin she had to endure. Yeah, she did. Thank you, Farina. Oh, for this moment on, please live happily as a human. Just as I wish we could. It's so painful. He looked like real crying.
I, Iudex Nuvelet, hereby declare, people of Fontain, your sins are forgiven.
Oh. He's crying so much. Or they give me strange majestic feeling. It does. All of us, Sumeru and Fontain, really give a lot of set.
What just happened? Has the death sentence been carried out?
Was that bright light some sort of misdirection? I have a feeling that something huge just happened.
Yeah, it's very beginning that
haven't been dissolved.
I
assume whatever happened was good for us.
As Fossalor say that she want to become human, and she create people without any permission, and yeah, that's what her sins is, the original sin.
It's time to end this. We must mete out punishment to that beast.
Yeah.
Didn't you say just a moment ago that it can't be defeated?
I have gained the strength sufficient to deal with it. Through certain means, I now have the ability to We should seize the opportunity to pursue our core. Traveler, now that the oratories can no longer function, I require an executor to help me mete out justice, the root of the calamities befalling Fontain, the beast that enacts the prophecy. Come with me, traveler. The hour of execution.
Okay, final fight. I believe this one gonna be final fight. Oh, so we're gonna fight this thing. Because of this guy. Oh.
But how are we going to do that? It's huge!
I've already done my best to separate the power from my organs. Considering the size of the beast, I cannot reach the power source. Unless I can find a way to attack it from within. I shall share a part of the ancient dragon. We shall look for an opening together.
I don't know if I can beat this thing. Like how?
I can feel its sorrow turning into hostility.
Here you are.
Oh, This is how you fight.
Well now. The process of elimination.
The all-devouring narwhal cannot resist its instinct to devour. Continue to trigger its hostility. Chance will present itself.
Why water with the water? Doesn't even work that way. Oh no! Ah! Makan! Oh my god! The music! Dang, the music though! Ouch!
Things are about to get dicey.
I have granted
Damn,
you
the music!
Do not fear. Seize the moment. Use my power to suppress its root from within.
If only I used Neverlet from very beginning.
Here comes the catch.
Fuck! Wow, what nice! What's going to use the inland skill and then suddenly the screen is crash. Oh, it's done now. Oh, still alive. What now? Oh, so she's the one. Who's she? Oh, the one from the trial. These two.
Thanks
Oh,
for helping
done.
with the cleanup. It should have been my job, but
Damn, the design.
it was just supposed to be a short private training
Yeah,
session. for you.
yeah, skirt.
I didn't think that
Yeah,
my
that's the name.
disciple and my master's pet would start brawling in the
I
meantime.
was wondering if she elbow character.
Actually, I had a feeling that it would happen at some point, but they bumped into
Yeah,
one
that was
another
like
earlier
thought.
than I thought.
That was like thought in
What
the
a
very
blunder.
beginning. I thought it was
Suppose I'll
Bronya.
have to swing my sword
Like,
3 million
huh?
times as penance.
You know when I first time I watched the Twitch, right? And then they played the trial, right? And then I saw the white hair and the red eyes. I was like, wait, am I watching Okai? Is that a Bronya? But no, it's not Bronya.
That power. Who are you exactly?
Bronya funny, Genshin, let's go!
Paimon has an idea. From what she said earlier, she must be Child's master. Skirk, right? It's just that he gave us the impression that she was the less talkative person.
I simply did not have anything to say to the weak. But you, on the other hand, managed to defeat the all-devouring narwhal without using power from beyond this world.
Oh.
So you may speak to me as equals.
Oh, you will take the Oliver. It's a bet.
I have to agree. It's a strange use of a planet's primordial waters just to raise an all-devouring narwhal.
Yeah, she looks like
That kind
Bronya.
of power is wasted on it.
Not gonna
It's
lie.
not cooperative. It eats too much. And I have more important things to do with my time than pet sitting. The only thing that creature has going for it is its looks. All in all, it fails as a pet.
Oh.
Miss Skirk? I think you might have missed the point.
The point being...
Well, being that this pet almost destroyed an entire nation. So what sort of person is your master? Well, Child's master's master. Wait, is that right?
Don't think too much. It is Bronya.
Oh, right. So you don't
Yeah,
know...
yeah, it's Bronya.
Sorry, I
The
assumed
very
you did.
beginning.
His name is Sir Taloji.
To the who?
I am unfamiliar with that name.
The who?
Huh.
I'm not
The
familiar.
master is insufficiently famous. How should I describe him then? Have you heard of the name The Fowl?
I never heard that one.
Still
Or-
nothing? Well, how about the Visionary? Vetterfulnir then? Or Gold Rhine-daughter?
Ooh, that one we've heard. Rhine-daughter's part of the
Ah,
Hexen
yeah.
people. She's Albedo's mom, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so you do know that name. To be honest, I also heard all of those names and titles from my master. I don't actually know them either.
She is also short. Now you're talking
But I
about it.
suppose you
Yeah,
understand
she's
me, yes?
short. She's short.
My master is likely a similar
Shorter
sort to
than
Rhine-daughter.
Nivelet.
They are both pursuing some form of perfection.
Oh, maybe it's because it's make her tall because the
Visionary person? Paimon didn't quite
the
catch their
shoes.
name.
Actually, never mind that. I believe it expedient to inform you that the all-devouring narwhal used up nearly all
Wow,
its strength
her
fighting you.
design is really nice.
Such roiling hydro energies will prove difficult for the planet's deep seas to digest. As such, the Fontain back on the surface has most likely been thrown into chaos.
I see what you did there for your verse.
In other words,
design.
the prophecy that you've been fretting over should now be in full swing.
What?
There's little to be suppressed about Paimon. It's natural though, the prophecy will surely come true. We knew this and accepted.
Not to
However-
worry. Focalor has already managed to deceive the heavenly principles.
Yeah. Well, what is nice there, bro?
In the
Yeah,
end,
you got upgrade.
The people will all be
Yeah,
dissolved
she
into the
got-
waters, and only Farina will remain, weeping on her throne.
Oh. That's how it's happened.
Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
Oh, which meant the place become water. A lot of water. So what happened to people then? Oh, some people still alive.
Hey! Help! Over here!
So the sin is flushed away. How did it happen actually? Huh? Oh, so that's why Risley made this one.
All hands initiate emergency rescue.
There's an unforgiven, so all Fontaine is good. Yeah, it's like they really say, Fontaine's being forgiving.
Hey, lend a hand.
Oh, that's a lot of people. A cat cannot swimming. Ah.
Look! The water's receding!
Is receding now? That fast?
It's a miracle!
Water's receding.
We didn't dissolve.
How did it?
The prophecy was wrong! The prophecy was wrong!
Yeah. Or was it wrong then? Your life. And Farina is glad
wrong?
Because they're good now for Inaya. It's a good thing all people are alive. And prophecy is wrong. Yeah, has them. A little punchier.
The soil renewed. The Sphina Rasula talks post-disaster rebuilding. I recently visited Poisson to meet with Miss Navia, spokesperson of the Sphina Rasula, and we spoke about Poisson's present and future.
I feel like Fontain's story is short.
Hope is like seeing a small cookie when you're starving late at night. You just need a little of it. Skyship Winglet, booner bane of the Fontain Research Institute.
It's just few moments they make this ship appear.
The various disputes that have arisen on account of Mr. Edwin have suddenly become a
In
shield
their
over the
eye, the
Institute.
prophecy is wrong, but only Neville and Fossalor know. You mean Frina? Oh wait, yeah. The one Neville and Fossalor
People
talking.
always call the first researcher mad, but few know what to call the second. And should that latter person achieve a miracle, they would
Yeah,
find
only
it all
those
the
two
harder
know
to
the
find a
story,
word
what
with which to
really
classify him and
happened.
his team. Wow! Paimon barely recognizes the people in the reports. Are those really Jurier and Navia? They sound like real big shots.
What do you think?
But
Pretty appalling,
still,
huh? The
still
Stewart's
really
idea was pretty simple.
sad
With the
about
disaster just
Navia
having passed,
friends.
we would print a
Those
free
two
edition
people.
packed to the margins with good news to calm people down. The value for these big scoops lies in their inevitable follow-ups. We'll publish further reports and go into the stories behind those people. Edwin's assistant,
The
Jurier,
prophecy
created
is
a true
wrong because
flying
all
ship,
the sins are
while
forgiven,
Nadia
so
is leading
yeah.
people in the reconstruction of their
Yeah,
home.
like
I'm sure
Neville
that these
said
stories could draw
just
even
now.
your well-traveled.
That Neville is forgive
Wait a minute.
the sin to
Watch
people.
everything happen from start to finish. What's there to be curious about?
And that's exactly why I'd like you to come conduct interviews with me.
If
They're the best
if
incubators of
they
news,
did
if you
not
haven't noticed.
forgive
And
the
also,
sins,
with you
so
around,
people
I'm
all
sure I'll get to see that Duke.
in Fontaine will be die.
Are you sure? Hasn't he turned you down several times already?
Oh, this time will be different. Come on, let's head to Poisson first, and then make a trip to the fortress.
And last part. What's this? Okay. Last part is wait. It's no again. Oh. There is last part. It's gonna be last part. The finale. Yeah, it's finale story. I'm not gonna lie, the story is really short. Wait. Still Fatui?
Navia! Oh, it's you. What brings you all here?
Hey, we're just having a look around.
And who's
I'm here to update myself on how things are going here. Oh, the Fatui are here too.
Let
it's
me introduce
Fatui.
you. This is Mr. Garunt Snezhevich. He represented the Knave in sending us a large amount of supplies, and is helping with our work. Our residents are hard
I'm still
at work as
confusing
well.
about
Thanks to everyone, work is
Fatui.
progressing nicely.
Are they
We've lost a
a
lot of
good
people.
person or bad person?
We're moving forward. That will have to be enough.
Hello, Miss Charlotte. I'm a big fan of yours. I especially
I
like
didn't
that article
know
you
that
wrote last year about
Fatui is
Fontaine's
big
stray
fan
cats.
of Charlotte.
But if you don't mind, could you not emphasize our role too much in your report? It's not charity we're doing here. We just happen to share the same interests as the Spina.
I get where you're coming from. I'll keep it as simple as possible. Or would you be willing to feature as friendly neighbors?
That would be fine. Thanks.
Oh, you're back too. How are things?
We finished laying down the construction
Oh,
materials.
Fontain is not
It'll be another
that
hour
guy
before
then.
the workers are able to go over there.
Huh? You're here too, Claire?
Then who's the bad guy in the story?
Well, her reputation's greatly risen after that whole duel business with Miss Farina. So she's here in Poisson to wait out the heat.
Oh my god, that kind of
all
dress.
right. She really came here to help me out.
There's too much to consider in the reconstruction of Poisson. The Spina has need of more decision makers. And, well, I do already happen to be connected to Mr. Callis.
Oh, wait just a moment. Do you mind me asking a few questions? You know, about how you felt before the duel, about what it was like facing down a god. There's lots of exciting material there, I bet.
Forget it. I'm sure you can find a better theme than that, Miss
What
Charlotte.
the heck? Joining my wall.
I see you're the same as always.
No!
Couldn't you do me a favor, for Navia's sake?
The traveler is the villain.
Well, if we're talking
I
about
do
doing
hope
things
it's
for my
not-
sake, you might as well just take a few more photos of me.
I do
Or
hope
of the
it's not.
traveler. It's better than wasting time persuading Chlorand at any rate.
Of course I will. I'm not gonna let her off that easy.
Mommy, sorry,
All
mommy,
right, then
mommy,
everyone who
sorry,
wants to be in the
sorry.
photo, gather up and smile.
The mommy.
The chat did Paimon look cute in it?
Not bad. Your addition really helped the composition of the picture. All right, hang on a moment. Let me snap a few more shots. All right, that should do it. I'll be back here later anyway, so let's call it a day.
And just like that.
You're very quick.
Speed is of the essence when it comes to the news, and freshness is the key. Also, not to brag, but I'm pretty good at building connections. Who knows? I might eventually get that interview with you after all, Miss Cloran.
Wow, you really do have that never say die spirit. I'm impressed.
Very
I'll
impressed.
hazard a guess that this is how you got that interview at the Fortress of Meripede.
I already knew she was still
Whoa,
going.
you're well informed. Let me make a guess too. I asked Sijuin who told Monsieur Nervillette, and he told you, right?
That's a very complete information chain.
In truth,
Truly.
all Monsieur Neuvillette asked me was, when did the fortress become so friendly towards the media? I told him that it was best not to speak too soon. There's no guarantee that
Look at
Wriothesley will
that
make a personal
dress.
appearance.
Like seriously, you can see this part of the skin. Don't look at it. Not
You're
good.
right.
It's
I've
not
gotta
good,
treasure every
healthy.
moment I have with them. In which case,
Especially
I'll be
guys.
making a move first.
Stay safe now. And tell me if you hear anything interesting. I'll treat you to
It's not
afternoon tea
very
in
healthy
exchange.
looking at her dress. But still though. The button is on the life. The button is burdened right now. The button the good job holding it.
Take it easy.
The button is really suffering right now. For the button. You know, it's remind me like Spider-Man memes. The Spider-Man that holding the train. On the edge is life. Life to be life be word. A word life. There is no way to go up here. You know, I feel like want to get chlorine, but also the Nef. But why you make this to me? My god.
Take it easy.
Wait, this weird? Oh my god, it was here.
Wow, guess we're here again, huh? There's a real nostalgic feeling.
Looks like you've been missing us.
Huh?
Duke! Did you come all the way to the entrance to greet
Ask,
us?
I mean,
Of course.
wolf
I'm here to
boy.
welcome you and our dear
It's
Miss
a wolf
Charlotte,
boy.
whom our good head nurse recommended to me.
It's an honor to finally meet the much-rumored Duke. Thank you for consenting to my...
No need to thank me. But that said, I shouldn't be the focus of your interview. I trust you recall our agreement?
Of course, of course.
All right then, this way.
Jotaro.
Hey, no need to be so nervous. I've already taken all the photos we need. Miss Charlotte, do these pictures really need to be published on the cover of the Steambird?
It would seem that Miss Lorvine doesn't want her face to appear beside that of Mr. Jurier,
Sir, please don't say things like that.
But it looks like dear Mr. Jurier denies it. Might this interview be very important
The
to you,
matter
then?
who they like, the life depend on it. Is what you mean. Yeah, that's what I mean.
No, I just... This is my first
The
time
matter
being interviewed, and I'm very
life
thankful to the
depend on it.
Steambird for...
They suffer so much.
I might not look it, but I
Oh,
actually
it's
did meet
not
Mr.
suffer.
Edwin
It's
once.
like
And I'll be
heaven.
honest, I enjoyed
It's
chatting with
heaven
you
to
more.
them.
You've definitely got more of that genius vibe going
I
on.
don't believe Has and you guys and you Han. I don't believe you guys might like say that was supposed to be me.
The boat that brought about a miracle, the ark that saved the people. Why, you recreated a myth back there. Still, if I might ask, where's that flying ship now?
Huh. Looks like Charlotte's trying to get herself another exclusive...
I have to apologize, but that ship is presently in the bowels of our factory. I'm afraid it won't be easy for you to get a shot of it.
What?
Really? Well, then in that
Nothing,
case, can I
Has.
have an interview with you to make up for that loss?
Is this the battle supposed to be us?
You already know my answer, I'm afraid.
I knew it.
Best you interview our head nurse instead. Or perhaps you'd like to take another photo of this...
Did you really have to use the word couple? Well, then, 2 solo photos will do.
Couple.
Is my hair messed up? Please, someone help me have a look.
Things sure are getting pretty lively here. Oh, seems like everyone's here. Would any of you like to try the...
Ah, Siegeween.
Hey, Miss Charlotte. Why don't you, take some pretty photos of our head nurse? Sure. Come on, Miss Siegeween. Over this way. Let's find a brighter spot.
Huh? Sure. Do I have to smile? So, how have things been at the fortress?
Same old, as you can see. Fontaine's undergone some changes, but this place is still more or less the same.
Other than that flying ship, it got a tad too much attention, I think.
That's why I decided to let the interview go through. We should direct more public opinions toward the behind-the-scenes heroes. Am I right, Mr. Jurier? Miss Lorvine?
You're too kind, sir. I believe that you too should have your day in the sun. Not that you would want that, which is a pity.
I'll just leave the spotlight to you two.
And
I see.
the quest
Lots
will
of
go
things happened
on.
that day, huh? Anyway, regarding that Harbinger, I'm not sure you remember, but his 3 young followers are still waiting for his return.
He sure did win them over, huh?
I'll tell them that there's good news and bad news. The good being that their boss seems fine, and the bad being that they must face extended sentences for abetting his escape.
Oh, actually, what about you? Are things gonna change for you, kid?
What change can there be? The
Let
fortress
them
will
in
keep
the
chugging
door
along,
and
and so will
have
my
the
duties.
spotlight.
As to what Miss
Which one?
Serena's
Which
departure will
minion?
mean for the nation, and if our laws and governance will be transformed, we'll leave those to the folks in the overworld.
Hey, everyone. The photo shoot's done.
I prefer to approach in light luminous brush to help him holding his luggage.
Good. In that case,
I
let's
prefer
call it a
to
day here.
approach it light luminous brush to help him holding his luggage. What's luggage you talking about?
Thanks for your
Ah,
cooperation.
the couple.
Come on, Traveler, let's go. Till next time, everyone.
There'll be a next time?
True, Han, true.
Maybe. Who knows? I might write a story about the underwater factory next time.
I show you X. Okay, I'll watch it. And also, I didn't watch about people.
Docks.
I also already watched about people about these nuts. A lot of these nuts joke. I'm alive, don't worry. Oh, the folks on the dock.
They really are here! How did you know?
Navia mentioned that she stayed in touch with Linny and the others.
Then
after
Lumi
working
holding
together.
out his chest instead of
Apparently,
the
they've been at the
item.
docks distributing these strange pockets the whole time since.
Traveler.
Oh, you
Paimon.
mean the one you bought,
I miss
share me?
Charlotte, too.
I'll check if I'm not sleepy, because right now it's already
Would you like
1
a magic
AM.
pocket? What sort of gadget is it?
It's a wondrous bag that can be used to carry many things. The water level has returned to normal, but if you see any of your things floating around, you can use this to carry them. Or you could trick a friend into doing it for you.
Trick a friend? I wonder which of my friends would fall for that.
You could just make a friend like
Look at
Fremine
us.
here. Isn't that right, Fremine?
Not still young. Yeah,
Is this what you
true.
meant by
I'm still
I'll
young.
help you make some more friends?
To be honest, that sounds pretty sweet.
Not
Could I have
still
your
young.
contact, please?
I just have a lot.
Sure. Please, write down my address.
You sure are working hard to help Fremine socialize.
He was the one who proposed doing this. He even wants to assist in our magic shows.
Yes, I was planning to first introduce Pear as an assistant, and later Fremine himself. In the future, I think we can leave underwater escape magic to him too.
That
Really still early to end the stream. What you mean?
Underwater?
I'm already late. And also, I'm gonna work tomorrow.
It'll work out. Every journey begins with the first step. He'll become a part of our show eventually.
I'm
Lynette,
gonna work tomorrow.
could you come over? Miss Charlotte said...
Got it.
My, that Charlotte is rather perceptive. She got rid of everyone the moment she realized I had something to say to you. Father says that you did a great deal during the latest events. She's very grateful for your contributions to Fontain.
That's alright. We were more than happy to help.
Well, bummer. Don't worry, that'll be next time.
Oh, I guess you haven't heard. After Lady
That'll be
Farina
next time.
Father and
Or
Monsieur Nervilet
late
opened negotiations, during
stream.
which he gave Fontaine's gnosis to her as a diplomatic gift.
A diplomatic gift? A gnosis?
Oh no.
Yes, I was quite surprised at first myself. But when I thought it over, there were actually a number of things going for it.
The challenge someday is when you look for a parking spot, you don't read radio to suspect. The one you sent to me
It
last
could have
time.
been done as an apology for
Need
the
to
incident
turn
with Lord
down the
Child,
music so
or
we
as
can
thanks for his help in
you
tying
can
the
get the
all-devouring
spot,
narwhal down.
the parking spot.
Furthermore, Father did also lend significant aid to Fontaine and Poisson.
I don't.
That's true, but this is a gnosis we're talking about. Doesn't this seem a bit irresponsible?
Yeah.
I would agree, but I've also heard that it seems that Monsieur Nervilet has had a significant change of heart regarding the matter.
So there's
I don't
some
believe
reason
it.
for this that only Nervilet knows about?
I suspect you'll have to ask him about that yourself. Ah, yes, speaking of which, I did see him strolling around the entrance to the Fortress of Meripede a while back.
Isn't he real busy and stuff? Paimon didn't think he'd have the time for that. But back to the topic. The gnosis was given to the knave, right? What about...
They say that he's returned to Snezhnaya to recover from his wounds. I hear that the recent disaster really did a number on his health.
That's true.
So shocked by such a simple switching of sides?
Oh, the nephew. Oh, his father.
Father.
Well, well, what do you know? Come to the docks to see how my children are doing and meet the traveler by chance. Please do not pay my accomplishments in Fontain too much mind. I would have done them regardless.
I want her.
Are you going to take the Gnosis back to Snezhnaya?
That is our duty as harbingers, yes.
Why?
Don't be too preoccupied
Mama.
with science. The
No,
goal
it's
of the Fatui
his
concerns not a
father.
single place or person, but the entire world.
Look her
With such a
respectfully.
grand goal in mind, it is inevitable that we must wear many masks. Switching my masks is something I've always done.
Will you give your position?
Well, that depends on many things. No one truly knows what the future holds. What good is honesty if you can't
But
rely
still,
on it
if
forever?
if only she wear a woman dress, what would she look like?
As for you, I very much look forward to our next
You
collaboration.
mean Papa?
Good things cannot be
Papa
achieved
Zumi?
alone.
Yes.
And you've proved yourselves to be great
Like what you
partners.
like. Yeah, it's remind me like her design look like you lot.
A vision? All right. I'll remember to return it. Thank you for keeping it safe for him this
Now
entire
Papa for
time.
you, so give me Papa. Out here, Papa.
And that's a wrap for me.
Cheer here.
Huh? You're...
Papa is here. How's Rita? How will you carry? Ah, wrong. Oh wait, that's not right. Oh well, never mind. I don't have any picture of Yukari right now.
Greetings, Miss Journalist.
Hello. If I'm not mistaken, there are diplomatic
No,
channels I need to
but
report
wait,
to
wait,
take
wait.
a photo of you.
Not gonna put back of me. Oh wait. Tank. Oh wait. And Papa Kazumi gonna be here. Yeah. Restrict me my Papa Kazumi gonna be here. Yes.
That is correct. So forgive me, but I will not be able to serve as a subject in your article. However, feel free to write as much as you'd like about our dear magicians and our upcoming rookie talent.
I
will.
The sea breeze is quite pleasant. I shall continue my walk while the weather remains so agreeable. Farewell.
Farewell, Father.
Oh, she has such an intimidating presence. I didn't even dare to take a picture. Thankfully,
Are you
I've already wrapped up all my
Daredevil?
pre-scheduled interviews.
Why you
Thank
didn't
all.
take picture
This'll
about
be more
her?
than enough for me to write about, I'm sure.
Don't be too nervous. Why don't you take a magic pocket before you go? Here, Traveler, Paimon, you take one too.
To move things about?
That's right. Funny. I was giving out magic pockets when we first met too. And
Oh, Magic
what do you
Pocket at
know?
the very beginning.
I'm doing the exact same thing right now. So many things have happened, but the pockets are still the pocket. I guess this must be life. We will all follow our own paths, and serendipity will lead you to your fated friends. All right then. We'll be handing out pockets in some other districts later, so we'll get going now. Have a good day, you two.
Well, guess we sent Charlotte.
Okay, last one. Last one. Ah, what? What? Okay, cannot. Not yet. So fast. So fast.
The entrance to the fortress. Ooh, he really is there.
Wah, kapag me. Wah.
So you really are here, Neuvillette. I didn't think you were going to have free time this hour of the day.
Really? Oh, I suppose you must have met Mr. Linney. He took the time to greet me earlier when he passed this way. In any case, you came at a good time. I was just considering reaching out to you to set up a meeting, so I may explain some things that I haven't had the time to before.
If only I'm red.
Aw, Paimon's glad that you remembered. Thank you for keeping us
I'm
on
the
your
fast.
mind. What with you? All right, let's have it then.
Chica. Oh wait, this one.
Actually saved. The
How
whole
again?
business is still quite the mystery to us.
Wait, how again?
It is strange how words can often leave a bitter taste in the mouth when it finally comes.
Ah, yeah, ka-chow. Chow. Chow, chow.
So that's what happened? Focalord destroyed the divine throne of the Hydro Archon and restored your power to you, transforming you into a fully fledged elemental dragon. But Paimon still doesn't quite get what you did to save the Fontainians from...
For me, the authority of the ancient dragons refers to absolute control over the hydro element. Fontainians were incomplete humans born of Egeria's use of the power of the primordial sea, with constitutions similar to that of Mimic. But so long as those primordial energies remain within them, I could use the ancient dragon's authority to grant them true blood, after the fashion in which life was first brought into being. In other words, when I gave my verdict, Fontainians became true humans, and thus would naturally no longer be dissolved by water from the primordial sea.
Focalord must have counted on you to make that decision as well. Your verdict was
The Fontaine were trying to reborn.
Yeah, and in a manner of speaking, Focalord finally managed to fulfill the original...
It seems from your expressions that you still have more things you wish to ask. Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it. I have investigated his case along many avenues, and I have learned that he once fell into an unknown chasm when he was young. There, by chance, he awakened. But whether it be by sentiment or reason, that should not have been enough to consider him the root cause of the disaster. As for the judgment passed by the Oratrice during the trial, whether it was due to that liability by association or Focalord deliberately...
Guess Focalord had Fontainians in mind the whole time. In the end, it was thanks to her that they finally became real human. Hold on a second. Paimon certainly got enough back when Fontainians hadn't yet become real humans. Were the children they had also transformed Oceanids?
Life has always flowed like water. Do you recall how Fontainians would often come to the Fountain of Lucine to pray for children?
Yeah! Lynette said the fountain is where all the waters in Fontaine converge.
In truth, even those couples did not know that such prayers were no mere custom, but instead a form of ritual. Those Oceanids who were blessed within the spring water would later descend as new humans in the coming months.
I see.
Gets it now.
Maybe.
Either way, seems like this ritual won't be of any further use, but it'll probably live on as a local...
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
The Fontaine feature.
Yeah, about that. Risley said Farina has already left. What's that all about?
Ah, Lady Farina.
Really?
The people are only aware that her death sentence has not been carried out. She abdicated the post of Hydro Archon and left affairs related to that title to me. before leaving the opera house. I related Focalor's words to
So,
her faithfully and completely.
Furina is
After hearing them, she seemed neither
go to
saddened
other
nor
place in
comforted.
the side, kinda.
She simply said that she was tired and needed to rest. Having said that, she then packed her things and moved out of the opera house, not unlike how an ordinary person might.
But she's still got a place to stay, right?
You need not worry. I will make arrangements to ensure that she will not want for food, clothing, board, or travel. In truth, I am somewhat happy for her. The wear and tear on her spirit will, of course, take time to heal. But now that she no
Hopefully
longer has to
she's
play the
doing
role
well.
of Focalor the Hydro Archon, she can finally lay down her burdens and lead a normal life.
What about you
Finally.
then? What are your plans now that you've regained your full powers as the Hydro Dragon?
After Focalor passed on, the Oratrice also ceased to function. This matter will directly affect our trials. After much careful consideration, I've decided to take over its role in our courts.
Looks like you're still considering stuff from the perspective of the Udex, huh?
As an elemental dragon, there are indeed many things that I must do. But this power and this duty, in a manner of speaking, you could say. As such, before I attend to my other responsibilities, I must first and foremost continue to serve Fontain as its highest job. Additionally, the Hydro Archon's departure has brought about another problem, which is that the Opera House shall no longer produce
That's true. That power was derived from the people's faith in the Hydro Archon, wasn't it? Wait, but the various mechs and machines in the
I
city
just
are also
realized,
okay. Where are they getting their energy from?
Oh, never mind.
As I am now, I have full command over New Musia, and it can serve as a complete substitute. Another reason why I cannot quite leave Fontaine immediately.
Wow. This ancient dragon's authority stuff is really quite useful, huh?
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Now,
That's right.
Nazis.
So you've given it to the knave as a diplomatic gift or something.
Leaving aside their intentionality, the two Fatui Harbingers have indeed done much for us during this crisis. Their sole remaining goal in Fontaine, at least at this point, would seem to be the Gnosis. The Oratrice has ceased to function. The Hydro Archon's divine throne is now no more, and I do not need the Gnosis's power. As such, it has lost all meaning for Fontaine.
Oh, what the
If
Gnosis
the
thing
Fatui have
for?
impure designs,
I've
we
been
might as
thinking
well
of very
accede to their
beginning.
request now.
What complicated considerations? Paimon thought you were just giving it to them out of gratitude to the knave and as an apology to Child.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Oh, the next stop of my journey.
You will soon be heading to Natlan, I presume.
Yes, finally.
I'm
Another
afraid that I
place,
have little
not
talent
land.
as a travel guide.
Soon enough.
So all I can do is tell you what I know about that land. As far as I'm aware, Natlan can be said to be a nation of dragons.
Oh, there's gonna be a lot of lizard.
No, I
Nah,
suspect
it's
that
a
I would not
lizard.
find myself welcome there. Unlike ancient dragons such as myself, the dragons of Natlan have undergone long years of development and evolution. Large numbers of them have entered a form of coexistence with humanity. Natlan is also the
so
nation
which
of war. War ravages those lands like an undying flame. There is one other piece of information I got incidentally from my negotiations with the Knave that I believe may be useful to you. The Harbinger known as the Captain has thrown his hat into the endless ring of war.
The captain.
Sounds like a real tough customer. Seriously, everywhere you look, there's a Fatui Harbinger doing their thing.
I suggest that you fully
Yeah.
prepare yourself before going to Natlan. In the meantime, Fontaine's doors will always be open to you. Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Hang on a sec. Paimon's still got a question about the Gnosis. When we spoke to Linny earlier, he mentioned that your attitude towards giving away the Gnosis had clearly changed. We guessed that there might be some reason for it that only you were aware of.
No wonder the House of the Hearth is the Fatui's intelligence division. They are certain. So regarding this specific issue, I was just getting ready to share something with you.
What's
In
thing?
truth, I exchanged some further words with that lady named Skirk after sending you two back to the surface. It went something like this.
What's thing? Tell us.
Well,
Reloading.
we're going to head topside to see what's going on.
What next?
The all-devouring narwhal isn't here, so I'm no longer getting any. I can finally catch the scent of your power. what it's made. It is the authority of the planet's primordial dragons, but with something very similar to a god's curse mixed in. It's quite a novel. I'm sure I've encountered something like this before. What
Sorry, I
was it
just get
again?
sleepy.
I do not know what you speak of.
Ah, of course. How could I forget? You should have the remains of the third descender on your person, yes?
Remains? I've never heard of any such thing.
Huh.
Yeah.
According to your parlance, I believe it may be called a gnosis.
Well, that much is true.
Oh.
After Focalor's divinity faded, she handed her gnosis to me, but I fear I have never heard of it described in the manner that you just did.
I've been training with my master, the Foul, ever since I was young, and I have never returned to the surface since. So most of the information I possess, I got from him. It is only natural for those who are greater than humanity to possess a different sort of common sense. Regardless, you should probably get rid of objects of misfortune to prevent any disasters from befalling you. To live in itself is a blessing. But once a person dies, the bonds he once had with this world shall all turn to curses.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, what's that
No
mean?
need to fret. These are just my personal thoughts. And my reason for no longer wishing to return to the surface.
This third descender you refer to, who are they? And when did they die?
Master never mentioned them to me. Perhaps it just wasn't that important for me to know. If you're interested, though, I could ask him. I'll be sure to pass the answer on to you next.
Next time?
Next time?
You believe we will meet again?
Yeah.
I do?
Don't think.
Wait. I have a disciple of my own, don't I? He can be the messenger then.
Oh yeah, we forgot about child.
That's what she told me. Whether it...
The remains of the third descender? So
Third
that's what
descender.
the Gnosis actually are. Paimon just thought they looked like chess pieces.
Ah,
How could
they-
be a person's remains?
Mispronounced that one. I just thought that they look like chess pieces.
All the same, assuming that there
Well,
was no
it is.
misunderstanding or special metaphor at play,
And she said that it would bring misfortune and that you should check it, which is why you gave it to the Vtuber.
if she speaks the truth, then I would simply be putting Fontain at unnecessary risk by keeping it here.
She mentioned one of them. I'm the fourth descendant. Oh, what one Gnosis relate to descendant?
I had guessed that you might already be familiar with this concept, but I did not expect you to be one of them. That means that the Gnosis, which are exceedingly element compatible and can even enhance elemental abilities. I wonder, does your body also possess similar properties?
Like being able to use elemental powers without a vision. No, let's not think about this stuff right now. It just feels creepy, comparing the Traveler to the dead third descender and all. That's what you say, but this topic still feels like bad luck. Once Child recovers, let's get some more answers out of him. Or go look for his master and get the answers there.
I too believe it unwise to make too many blind guesses when information is lacking.
Alright, whatever the case is.
Yes, all of Focalor's efforts were for this moment.
But she sacrificed herself in the end as a god, and she suffered through all
I'm
those
wondering
years as
if
a human.
it's
Was that really what she
invasive.
wanted?
Yeah,
I
true.
suppose that would be the mystery
She
of a
always
god's
been-
will. I suspect not. But once in a while, I too would guess that if wishes were like the clouds in the sky, they will one day return to the earth as raindrop. Life flows like water, and rain is the final answer. The water levels may sometimes tilt one way or another, but the rain falls fairly upon... And what, ultimately, is the difference between the rains that fall upon all of us?
Finally finish. Finally we finished the quest. I'm so tired. Yeah, I'm so sleepy.
It seems from your expressions that you still ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know.
Next
I suggest
time.
that you fully prepare your...
Oh man, let's go. Finish already. Yeah. I'm just so tired. What the red hole? Oh, it's already late night. Now you have a new weekly boss. Which means this one. Wait, am I missing one? Oh yeah, 2, 3. So we already have 3 of them. Yeah. Finally finished. Okay. So yeah, I can end my live stream here now. So yeah guys, it was a fun story for the last chapter of the Fontain. Or somehow it's kind of short story like it's a short story like Inazuma. Yeah. But still it's good, good story. I feel sad for Ina. Like she left the place and she lived a normal life. But good thing is she lived a normal life. That's for sure. And also what's the again? I forgot what to say. short but deep. Yeah, it's true. Very true. So be autopilot again before ending. Utaki Zuu. No way, no way. I will keep talking until end stream. Yeah. That's how am I. I will stop talking if I want. Rita, I wonder where she is right now. Fine. Doing doing stupid stuff with you in your face. What is this stupid stuff now? This is not stupid stuff. This is my stuff. See? The autopilot is so interesting. What are you talking about? It's not pilot. It's automatic. So yeah, but right now it's already late night. I don't know if tomorrow I can stream again. We'll see tomorrow. We'll see. Yeah, it's already late night. I wanna sleep right now. I'm tired, really tired. Really freaking tired. Tired. Oh my god, just sleep. Finally. Yeah, I just feel tired today. Really freaking tired. My god. And for tomorrow, if I wanna stream, I don't know what kind of stream I gonna do is. Yeah. Too tired, also keep playing. Okay, done. Alright guys, I wanna sleep right now. So yeah. Thank you for you all coming to my stream tonight. And I'll see you guys next time. Yeah. I'm tired. I will fall asleep right now. Good night. That's a lot.